WIIFTBP. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like May said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. We done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruiting. I don't want to be recruiting and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Keep calling it. Give you some love and you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a mill if you just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the is you give now. Please don't back down on me. I know you've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, 'cause I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. While I'm out trying to get that ease. Know that I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me, baby. You're insecure, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it and you keep on saying you know my love is never enough. I put up with you for too long, now I'm over it. You want affection, I need money, I'ma call it quits. That ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. While I'm trying to get it, need it. That ease. Put your pride aside for me. Put it aside. Put it aside. Put it aside. Put it aside. Put your pride aside, put it aside. On me. Put your pride aside for me.
WIIFTBP.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, back in the building on a... It must be Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, I don't like Thursday. I don't like this Tuesday, Thursday thing. I'm just not feeling it.
I do.
I'm not feeling it at all. I'm just not feeling it. It's you're throwing off my vibe here. All right, y'all. It's Ruthie Moore. Ruthie Moore, what's up, man? What you got your workout shirt on? What you got? I see you got your muscle shirt on. You got your muscle sweat on.
All of my shirts are muscle shirts.
Okay. I see you got your triceps popping. You got your
so funny, man.
You got your guns out. I see your triceps all through your. All right, Ruthie. So what you doing on your day off, man?
What?
Day off?
Off?
You know I had Wendy call you like, did you call Ruthie? Did you send me that email?
Yes.
Is that you? I was like,
that was me.
I was like,
who's sending me these emails?
Nuh-uh. I was like, okay, all right, this is it. I just be like, I have a problem logging in because it'd be like, I'm sorry that you send it to one email and then they go to the other, and you got to go back and ask for other permissions and stuff. See? So I need you to just go and set up the stuff so it just works seamlessly because I'm not.
No, because I asked you.
No, I said,
which email you want me to use?
You sure did.
And you
know what? And
hold on, because this is one thing I struggle with.
Go ahead.
It's trying to like pre-plan, think of like all the things that could go wrong, and be like, here's my recommendation, and then it'd be like, no,
I didn't do it.
But then having to like go back and do it, it's fine. But
you don't gotta change it because I went to the right email address.
And you got access to all of them, so you could really just.
I know.
Hit a button.
I'm just going.
You could really just hit a
you
button.
You be doing it though. You be making it so it's like.
But I'm just trying to simplify your life.
Actually it is though, because then that's why it'd be like baby, and then I'd be like, right. Then I could just look at my calendar, and then I ain't gotta go 300 different places. What, Geneva Perkinson? What you doing watching this early in the morning? You must gotta go to work. Shout out to Bolingbrook in the building. Bolingbrook High School class. What y'all was like, class of 90? Like 90, 89, 90, 91. All right, shout out to Geneva Perkinson. Shout out to everybody from Bolingbrook that is watching. Shout out to my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Hey, it's Wipe Down Thursdays. It's Wipe Down Thursdays because last night it was week 30. Ruthie, let me back up. Do you know what 304 is? Do you know what 304 means?
Yeah. We used to put on our calculators.
You said on your calculators. We used to do it on our pagers. All right.
Oh, what?
All right, on our page. See, we used to be like, so I call it now, the new name is Week 304 Wednesdays.
That's funny.
Right? Week 304. So if you see Week
That is
304, I'm telling you.
That's taking it back.
I'm telling y'all better stick. I'm telling you. You gotta stick with me. Sometimes I got it. So it is Wipe Down Thursdays, but last night was Week 304 Wednesdays. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling this morning?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest. I see you was in my closet this morning. You took my shirt.
Oh, this your shirt?
It said
You got
the
one?
west side of the best side. I didn't know you. But you claim the west side now.
I'm a fish. No, I claim
that's
Bolingbrook.
right, Reese.
I claim Bolingbrook.
Don't be like
But
wear your stuff.
First of all, this. Wait, you got one of these?
No, I was just messing around. With
I was about to say, right? I was about to say because when I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. So I was out. You know what? I was out supporting black business yesterday. I went to the Silver Room. Mm-hmm. Right, and so when I went to the Silver Room, I actually I had to drop Brother Sadiq. You know what?
Can you buy me something out of that next time you go in?
What? I don't even know what to get in there. It's like
so
it's
many,
so I
much.
feel like it's like the do store. Like you gotta be like one of them. I see the light when I clap, snap.
No,
my
you gotta
fingers.
just like unique gifts.
It's like I was like, if I got a gift up out of here,
Go get some house gifts for people.
We already had this discussion. I don't do no house gifts. If I'm getting you something, I do not want it to be shit. I don't want there to be no confusion. Because then who decides when you light the candle, right? Who decides? Oh, you lit the candle.
Babes,
I was
damn
about
She do.
See, there it is. So it ain't a house gift; it's a gift.
It's house gifts that you get to use.
Like what? Exactly.
That candle, because y'all gonna light it together. She just gonna light it. You
A
know,
grill
she not
set.
gonna light it without
I'm
you
gonna come
neither.
on.
Somebody got you a grill set, like the little
Carrie
tools.
don't cook.
So exactly.
That
it was
mean
for
go to
you.
work, Maze. It mean cook Carrie something to eat.
I'm on a mission to get you the perfect house gift.
It ain't one.
I'm gonna find it.
It ain't
The
one. I'm
holidays
gonna
are
tell you.
upon
I'm
us.
telling you. I know this dude that gives us like this. It's a nice gift every year that he gives the gift. I'd be like, this ain't for me. This is not for me. Shout out to Double J. Double J probably like, Maze, I get you the pears every year. I'd be like, Carrie, eat them. You know, like that.
I know
He'd be
someone
like,
with the
I'm
little
like,
gold
now look,
wrapper.
you know, right.
love
Oh,
those.
Double J every year. Pears. Bam. He will not get, he be like, I got your pears. Stop by, right? And it's like, I'm not the biggest fruit eater, but I have eaten the pears, and you'd be like, damn, that's really good. Like,
You think the one in the little foil tastes different?
yeah, I do. When it's gold wrapped, you got it. It better taste different. Shoot. So Double J will be like, look, I brought the pears. I got the pears, right? You drop off the pears. Carrie was like, boy, these pears are really good. I'd be having to wait around till I'm ready to go. No, it's no such thing as a house gift. It's just not. It's just not. I'm just telling you it's not. Anyway, DJ Riis the Ruler. How'd it go last night on Week 304 Wednesdays, man?
Oh man, it was pretty lit, man. It was pretty good. Had some callers call in and everything. So it was.
I'm still not. Me and Sadiq had a long talk yesterday.
I think Sadiq was on there too.
I bet he was. We had a long talk yesterday because he probably was calling because he wanted to see about this. I still don't believe the letter. I'm not. I don't believe it. I think you got hoaxed. I think you've been pranked. It's water soluble. It's water soluble, and I just can't find out unless it's too much swag pack in there, right? It must be too much swag. It must be dropping too much swag pack down the drain because I just find it hard to believe. But it is Wipe Down Thursdays after Week 304 Wednesdays. We had an action-packed day yesterday. Hey man, them new era people kind of intense. They was like punishment. I was like
New era people.
Punishment. I was like, ooh, wait, y'all get punishment?
Folks ain't used to no guidelines.
See, Ruthie, I was just that was a very enlightening conversation, and it was a very
Do you see the possibilities?
Lord have mercy, did I see the possibilities? But people don't want discipline. I just feel like, well, let me not say that. I do think people want discipline. And it was...
People want structure, though.
They definitely want structure.
So can you have structure without discipline?
No.
Some people want discipline.
Man, I'm just telling you. I was highly enlightened yesterday. We did absolutely nothing on the paper. And I feel like a lot of the codes that I feel like don't exist, I think you got to put them down. Right? Like, I think when you what I realized yesterday is when you allow confusion, when you allow yourself to be misinterpreted, then it'll go however it go. That yesterday was pretty deep, and then our post-show conversation was even deeper. I just put a lot of perspective. It put a lot on my mind because I was like, you can't just expect it. Like, you got to either lay it down and demand it, or you get what you get. Definitely enlightening conversation. So we had yesterday we had Wipe Down week 304 Wednesdays. We had New Era Chicago Radio. We also had Chris the Critic. Chris the Critic was back in the building with Gina B. And then Brian Foster with In the Zone. So, Wednesday night, I feel like Wednesday nights is like the new Tuesday nights on, like, when I was a kid. Because, like, Tuesday night was the night we like to watch TV. Tennille watch all the shows on Wednesday nights. She'd be like, I have to watch the morning show. But, like, Wednesday night, she'd be like, oh, yes, this is my lineup. Shout out to Tennille. Can I tell y'all about my sister, though? I ain't gonna even tell you. But shout out to her and her Tesla. But I must tell you. Nah, I'm just telling you. Tennille, you know what?
Just buy you one, man.
No, I'm on a different program right now. I'm on a no more material. Like I got all the stuff. It's like now it's about like putting it all the way down. It's like I feel like I've been loosey goosey a little bit instead of just free floating, just like I'm about to be about my business. But I need to say a big shout out to my sister. Yesterday this November 1st came, and we had a real interesting couple of years, and it was great. Shout out to Tennille for being back. Like we when we officially back. And then it's like it's crazy to watch. Man, I'm super proud of my sister. I'm just gonna tell you, a lot happened yesterday. I'm super proud of her. I'm super proud of our growth over the last 20 years. It's dope to see things come full circle. Shout out to the people that we poured into 20 years ago who came back full circle. Like, yo, all that stuff y'all taught me 20 years ago, I sure hated y'all. What do you mean I gotta line it up? And Tennille had a very interesting anniversary yesterday. I'm gonna just tell y'all anyway. So anyway, she had a really interesting anniversary yesterday because it was 10 years from the day that the place that she worked at, literally yesterday, was 10 years from the day the place that she worked at where the lady, like our whole family had been at that business, at the school and all type of stuff, and the lady actually, I'm not supposed to say this, terminated her, right? Didn't give her the opportunity to walk away, terminated her, whatever. And it was 10 years to the day that yesterday verified that was probably one of the best decisions that ever happened. And it's like, to know where we came from to where we are now, and it was just like one of those things where it's like, what you got to be mad about? And I just need to tell you, I'm super proud of my sister. Shout out to my mama. Mama, Mama, we made it. Oh, you know what? Tennille, good job. Did you see Heather Mack? Return of the Mac. You saw my man, what's his name? Alvin Norton was like, Return of the Mac. Heather Mack is back. And then they put her back. She landed. They said, not L.A. Because I know she was going to L.A. to get a movie deal. They said, land that plane in Chicago. And they're, guess what? Locked up straight back up. She's back in jail.
She tried it.
They said let her out. I think it was all a setup. Like, I think they was like, oh, no, let her out. Deport her. Because if it was me, you wasn't deporting me back to the United States. You got to deport me back to Jamaica, Joe.
I would have been like, what that
Oh, I'm not going. United States, I'd be like, let me off this plane. I'd have been talking, I'd been back in, nope. So anyway, she's back. John Catanzara is still trying to, I think he thinks he's Noah.
From the Bible?
In the wilderness, the crazy man saying, no, don't do it, it's going to come. I am a little, I'm going to leave it alone. But you see, they going to vaccinate the kids now.
Yeah.
They got the vax for the kids. I wonder our parents going to let their kids get vaccinated.
They probably going to wait to see what happened to other people's kids.
Oh. Remember when you got kicked out of, did you ever get kicked out of school for not having your shot?
No, man.
I did. I remember one time, it's like my parents just played it right up to the line. And then one day it was like, you know how they used to be like, it's shameful how they did you too. Cause they were like shots. Then every day they'd be like, you got 3 more days. You got 2 more days. Then it'd be that day they'd be like, excuse me, please go to the nurse's office. You go to the nurse's office, you gotta go home. They call your parents. You still do not have your shots. Yeah. Riis like, I got
That was me multiple times. I just told you. My daughter was just out of school from that. When the sky won, she didn't have her shots. That's why she's out of school.
Do you feel like a bad parent? I wanted to do. You look down on your parents for that?
Nah, that's a day off. That's a day off.
Oh, that is funny. All right, so at least I know I ain't the only one. Ruthie, that's not funny.
That is funny.
That is not funny.
Because they probably digital now.
No, the shots ain't digital. The shot's still a shot.
Records.
Yeah, I feel you, but no, it's not even having. It's to take the actual shot. What you talk about?
You can get that done on every little mobile clinic.
Ruthie.
They be giving away
vaccines for the kids.
Giving away immunizations.
That was then, like we're talking about then though, Ruthie. Like
Ruthie, I'm saying first of all, we wasn't doing no vaccines from the thing. We had insurance. So we wasn't doing. It was just we had to go to church too daggone much. It'd be like, dang, can I go get my shots? I'd rather go. That's when you knew you wanted to go get a shot. You wanted to get a shot just so you didn't have to go to church. I'd rather go to shots to get it and go to church, man. All right, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Let me run through some more of these headlines because I got something I want to play for y'all tomorrow. Did you see the cop kills another cop? I was confused. At first, I thought it was a love triangle where a cop killed another cop with his wife in the house. But it was wife was a cop and the cop was a cop. And they struggled over a gun. And then they going to say, it's just a typical tragic family story. Huh? A tragic family story is your grandmother dies. A typical tragic family story is your grandma died. It's not you got shot by your wife and died.
That's true.
I had a whole story made up when it was 2 cops and 1 woman. I was like, oh, boy, I had that one all the way laid out for y'all. Y'all was going to love it.
Domestic violence is real.
Mm-hmm. It could have been a woman. It could have been a woman.
It's real, either side.
It is, especially with gunplays. Did you see Louis Arroyo pled guilty yesterday in the bribery case involving him and State Senator Terry Link? Apparently, he was looking to bribe him in effort to get him to pass some legislation. Did not work. He got caught on a wire and is now. That's why you just.
But somebody wearing the wire?
Yeah, the senator, his boy. Ruthie. It's like. It's, ain't it? You just can't trust nobody.
They be mic'd up.
That's why I be like, let's meet in the shower.
Let me see your chest.
Meet in the sauna.
I
Right?
don't know, they
in the swimming pool.
You know what? I cannot imagine that wires are the old school, like I see, imagine in the movies where they taping this microphone to your chest with this battery pack. I think it's, we pin, they Omarosa pen in the White House nowadays.
I remember I used to have a pen that would record whatever was being said while you were writing, and then you could, and when you put the pen on it, it would play back whatever was in the room.
Remember that.
Man, I remember I showed that to my boy, and he was like, hey, man, don't ever come in my office ever again with that.
Did they market them for, like, people with disabilities?
Yes. And it was like you would be in a lecture and it would play back the lecture where your notes were so you could hear exactly what he was saying. I thought it was the coolest thing ever until I tried to keep up with the pen. Then I was like, what kind of paper is this? That it be recording sounds in the paper? It's like the devil is busy. Let me see. Neil Bluhm, 2 bids. One casino, he got 2 bids in. 2 out of the 5 bids go to Neil Bluhm. Ruthie, we're going to talk about that because you know I'm all over this gaming thing. And I am determined that while everybody jumped off the weed bandwagon, there's money to be made in cannabis. Emmanuel moves forward. 2 no votes from Democrats, none from Illinois. It's crazy to see Rahm is going to get support of Republicans to get the approval. Rahm is back, yo. Like, he gets this, he's back. And the more Trump rises, and they call him Joe Biden a placeholder, and they done wrote Kamala off already. Did you see Ronnie Wilson of the Gap Band died? Founding member. And how about Aaron Rodgers misleads about vaccine? If it's a black person, he lied.
I'm gonna need Stephen A. Smith to go off on.
You one of them, huh?
Because I just feel like if
he could snap on Kyrie,
I just and then look at who the dude they ain't let playing, Cam Newton, how they drug him through the.
They just was trying to get rid of Cam. Cam was too flamboyant for him. He was wearing them feather pimp hats to the show.
Well, I just don't understand what the implications are going to be for him endangering all those people's lives.
I think so too.
I think Aaron Rodgers should, this should be termination from the NFL. He literally put so many people's lives at risk.
Well, think about it. Devontae Adams, who was the number 1 receiver in the league, was out. He got his two of his star players.
I just know they better keep that same energy when they doling out the response related to Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why they want to try to. We can move on. I don't want us to,
I don't know. I want you to keep on.
No, we got to keep our algorithms.
Oh, you want to get on the algorithms now? Oh, that's what you want. Okay. Well, when we come back, Ruthie, did you know that yesterday was the official speak out of the Black and Brown Coalition? Shout out to my man Berto.
What's a speak out?
Yesterday, the Black and Brown Coalition, the Consulado General de Mexico in Chicago was live yesterday. Welcome to day 1 of the Black and Brown Dialogue. Community leaders, activists, elected officials, artists, and entrepreneurs will dialogue possible solutions to shared problems affecting African Americans and Mexicans in the USA. What will be live streaming from November 3rd to 5th, so you can watch them for the comfort of your own home. So I watched yesterday. Can I tell y'all something? I want y'all to hear the speeches. I want y'all to hear the closeout speech. And then I want to know who be speaking, who speaks for the black people in the Black and Brown Coalition. We'll talk about it a little bit more. When we come back, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Plus, we got to get the soul plane up off the ground. We'll do it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
WIIFTBP. This morning when I rose, I'm on
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. You got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. Better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4.
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you, but one of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke
me up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, Who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:35 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sport, the Chicago Blackhawks will lose 4-3 to the Carolina Hurricanes. In the NBA, Bulls fall short last night, 103-98 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Over the traffic on the Kennedy. Overhead to the Loop, just 28 minutes right now. Outbound to O'Hare, 24. On the Edens, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 33 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 40 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 37. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 53 minutes, 35 minutes outbound. The Bishop Ford is 48 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan and 26 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 15 minutes in both directions, just to the Loop and back to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore drivers, as usual, 55th to Jacksonville. The Jackson back to 55th is at 7 minutes and 8 minutes going northbound, Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 34 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 46 and a low of 30. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's God's Posse with Anchored here on The Maze Jackson Show.
Got an old song. Now we took it and put a little twist with it. Can we try it for you? Come on. There's a storm out on life ocean, and it's moving this old way. And if your soul not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away, fellas. Drift away. Come on, clap your hands. Yeah. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely. Yeah. Come on, everybody. I know you like it. There's a storm out on life's ocean, yeah, and it's moving this way. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away. Hey! Drift away. Oh, yes, sir. You will surely. Can I get a witness over here? If your soul not anchored in Jesus, you will surely. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be anchored. You got to be anchored in the Lord. Gotta be anchored. Gotta be anchored. Yeah. Lord. Don't you go nowhere. Stay right there. Lord. Gotta be anchored. Got to be anchored. Let's have some church, y'all. Yeah. Gotta be anchored. Got to be anchored. Gotta be anchored. Got to be anchored. Is there anybody here? Got to be anchored. I know you anchored. Can you wave your hand and let me know you anchored? Yeah. Are you very sure that you anchor home and grip the solid rock? Can I get a witness over here? Come on, sir. You gotta be like that tree church that's planted by the water. Don't you move. You gotta be anchored. You gotta be anchored. If you know you're anchored, do me a favor, point to yourself and say, I'm anchored.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, plus my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. We want to welcome the WBGX 1570 AM audience. We got your little praise and worship. I like that little merger that we do now at 6:30. So if you are listening, you know, we want to thank you for WBGX every Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8 a.m. It is the radio ministry of What's in It for the Black People Media. Now, you can also check us out every day, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. On Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So if you're listening on the radio, to my saints out there listening, if you want to look, just go on over to your Facebook, type in that there Maze Jackson in the search bar, and you will go to the Maze Jackson page where you can catch us live. Now, if you're on YouTube, you can catch us on the Maze Jackson page. You can catch us on the WIIFTBP Media page, Twitch, Twitter. What's the matter? So I want to remind you all also, check out the What's in It for the Black People Facebook page. YouTube page, WIIFTBP. It's WIIFTBP Media, WIIFTBP Media. Check it out. Go over there. Subscribe. Also, I need some of y'all. I got to start averaging at least 3 live viewers on Twitch every day. We had 2.3. I need to get to 3. So I need some of y'all to go ahead and make the Twitch sacrifice so we can go ahead and unlock some of them cheat codes so I can start shooting laser beams through my eyes and pew, pew, pew. Maze Jackson show. What? Ruthie don't
laser beams through your eyes.
Laser beams. Like when you be over on Twitch, man, that's the video game channel. I be like, yo, I'll put up some cheat codes. I'll be like, this how you get into American Ninja 16. Do they still play Shinobi? Do they got like Shinobi? No. Do they have like, let me see, what was my favorite game? My favorite game used to be, not my favorite, but I used to like to play the Smurfs on ColecoVision. That was a good game. Did y'all ever play? I want to get like all the old school video games from like when I was a kid, like the original controllers, and I want to have them at TP.
Man, them original controllers ain't comfortable.
That's the whole point.
No, it's all about the ergonomics,
no,
man.
That's crazy, man. Y'all got too many buttons. I need 2 buttons. 1, 2. Jump, shoot. Jump, shoot. When y'all got 5, 6 buttons, man, it's be like 6 buttons, squeeze the trigger, plus the 2 little. I be like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Hey, man, my hands, it's too many buttons. Like, that's when I stopped playing Madden. Like, when Madden started being like, you could stiff arm and you could, because I was good at Madden when it was just like, throw the bomb. I could throw the bomb. I could throw the bomb. Boy, I used to play New England Patriots with Drew Bledsoe. That's how old I used to go back. I used to play the Cowboys with Troy Aikman.
Oh, my goodness.
Niners with Steve Young, huh?
I hated Steve Young. I hated the 49ers all the time. You know why I hated the 49ers? Because in 1986, when the Bears were supposed to go back to the Super Bowl, the 49ers beat us at the Christmas party. I was at the McDonald's Christmas party. Junior year. Just mad in the mud. And it was the slippery slope where we never came back after that. And so, no, I hate the 49ers forever. And Steve Young was the dude that did it to us. So, anyway, let me move on. Ruthie, did you know that, you know how I be feeling about the Black and Brown Coalition? I feel like, Super Tecmo, first of all, Tecmo Bowl won. And then when Super Tecmo Bowl came out, you couldn't tell me, we spent, I think in college, we did not take a shower for like 3 days messing with Super Tecmo Bowl. But Super Tecmo, and don't forget Sega. Do you remember Sega when they had college football, NCAA college football? Man, Charlie, I used to play with Oklahoma and run that wishbone. Whew. But it was only 3 buttons. 3 buttons. 3 buttons and a joystick. Y'all started hitting all this stuff. Guys, I'm through. I'm out. I tapped out. My son be dunking on me. Like, I try to play, he be dunking and doing, like, stuff after he dunk on you. Like, be waving his all in your face. I be, oh, no, I'm through. Because he be enjoying it too much. He enjoys beating me too much. So it's just like I won't golf. It's like we ain't playing nothing you could beat me. And that's why I won't play him in basketball. I played him one time in basketball. I had to tackle him. He was mad for like a week.
But you won though, right?
I did win. But he was like, you cheated. I was like, hey, life is tough sometimes. He was going up for a layup. I undercut him. I bridged him. Fell on his back. He was hurt for a week.
Did you feel bad?
No, I stepped over him and was like, hey, man, it's real life out here. Hard knocks. You been living a soft life. Get up. He limped to school for a week.
Ruthie.
Hey, Hey, man, I said put some Robitussin on.
Put some Robitussin on.
Hey, boy, he was like, we got insurance. I was like, boy, only punks need insurance. Put some Robitussin on. Mama didn't got insurance. He did. Funny. All right, y'all. You like, hey, y'all got the good kind, too. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host. All right. Shout out to my boy Roberto Sepulveda. I told you I don't believe in the Black and Brown Coalition. But if I was to believe in a person that does believe in it, I would say it was Roberto Sepulveda. Yesterday, he tagged me in the what I guess is the opening ceremonies of the Consulado General de Mexico on Chicago. Welcome to day one. I read this before we go. Day one of Black and Brown Dialogues. Community leaders, activists, elected officials, artists, and entrepreneurs will dialogue on possible solutions to shared problems affecting African Americans and Mexicans in the USA. Now, I do want to point out that they said Mexicans, not me. So I guess we are allowed to say Mexicans. I feel like sometimes when we say Mexican, they try to make it seem like we're saying a slur. Right? Like if I say Italians, it's not a slur.
Gotcha.
Right? But you know how they kind of be like, if I said the Mexicans, it would be Maze, you. But
maybe because everybody ain't Mexican all the time.
I don't agree. I'm saying I know when I'm in Lito Vilita, I'm talking about Mexicans. When I am in Humboldt Park, I'm talking about Puerto Ricanos. Right? Mm-hmm. Now when I'm in Guatemala, I mean, I understand this difference between Guatemalans and Costa Ricans and Belizeans and all of that. But don't make it seem like when I say Mexican that I'm being slurry. Right? Like them slushes.
Slurry.
Them slurries, like them slushes. You know, them slushes be making people slurry. Ruthie, Mario said you warned them about the slushies.
I did.
And no. It was, who was it? Or was it Martell? Martell said you warned him.
I told anybody.
And he said, Martell said he was sitting in his car with his shirt off on the way to on the way to California for about an hour when he realized
he went back and got another one.
All right, so yesterday, Roberto, man, shout out to everybody who came to the tailgate. Shout out to Roberto Sepulveda, who let me know that this was going on, and I thought that this speech and the visuals was interesting. So here's what I'm going to do. Before I ask my question, I'm going to let you hear the closing speech of last night's dialogue, right? And what I won't tell you the rest of it seemed like black folks trying to persuade. This feels like the missionaries. Like we have come to your land and now we are going to deliver you from colonialism into a new version. But listen to this speech, and then I'd like for you all. Oh, Riis, I've been doing all this talking. Can you turn on the road and connect me? Hold on. I'm turning off my Bluetooth. I'm turning my Bluetooth on. Now, can you connect? I want to connect with the road, please. I want you to hear the speech from yesterday's Black and Brown dialogue, because I think it's important, muy importante. Is that okay to say? Is that I can't sing it, though. Muy importante that we hear. But it's not going to work unless I get some road action. So, here's what I'm going to do. Is it connected? Do it say it's connected?
No, listen, forget it, and then always always forget it first, and then
forget it.
Forget you, forgot you, never thought about you. Give me a piece of paper, I write all about you.
Yeah, that was definitely some old.
Is that LL Cool J?
I don't know.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. Am I connected?
No.
There I was.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're not connected to your game. But you're going to learn one day, because this is not the same. My name is Mazon J, and I'm doing my thing, because I'll be telling you what. Anyway, I don't know. I quit.
But you can't hook the Bluetooth up to this.
I can't get the Bluetooth to do its thing, so I'm going to do it one more time, and I'm going to say it again.
That was good.
Some bars. You was some bars.
Bars.
Tyrone on the way right now. I got in the car right now.
I got in the car right now. Did I hear a battle? What is
You
going
good.
on?
You connected. You connected.
I'm connected. All right. So here is the speech from last night. I want y'all to hear it. Shout out to my man, Devin Coleman and Tiger Lily, who was planning to get banned with me as we listened to last night's. Hold on. Come on now. Why y'all want to act? Why you want to play these games on me? All right, here we go. Last night's. I want you to look at the visuals, too.
First, I would just like to say thank you to our consul, Reina Torres. It really needed to be a woman in this role to start this revolutionary conversation. So thank you. First, it is an honor to address this distinguished audience, as it was an honor to receive the invitation from the consulado. Let me first introduce myself to you again. I am the granddaughter of Guadalupe Lozano and Anita Lozano, the daughter of a Panther, Reverend Slim Coleman, and the daughter of a revolutionary Mexican-American activist and revolutionary, Emma Lozano. And I am the niece, once again, of Rudy Lozano. Now I'd like to take you back to a day that will sit on the forefront of my family's memory forever. June 8th, 1983. On this day, my uncle Rudy Lozano was assassinated. Born in Harlingen, Texas, a border town, but brought up in Hammond, Indiana, where he was first exposed to culture and the English language by the Black community. Before moving to Pilsen, Chicago, Hammond was where he attended his first school, his first church. It was where he was introduced to community for the first time. And in Hammond, there was love. The Black community embraced this Mexican family with no hesitation. If you talk to my mother, she'll tell you that her and her siblings thought they were Black for the majority of their childhood. Now, I won't recite his entire bio, but it was my uncle's understanding of the commonalities between our communities, the shared experience of oppression in this country that made him so special in the movement for equality and justice. His journey through activism led him to join the committee to elect the first Black mayor of Chicago, Harold Washington. He quickly became fundamental in building the bridge between Black and brown that ensured the victory of Harold. And Harold, like my uncle, understood the importance of the Black and brown movement and appointed him deputy mayor. The recognition of the power of our communities coming together was not only noticed among those in the fight for equality, but it was also noticed by the machine. It is no secret that our unity invokes fear amongst those who benefit from our division to remain in power. For that reason, just like Chairman Fred, my uncle was taken from us. And for this reason, today's topic, Black and Brown Unity, is the founding principle of my organization. So let's talk about it. Black Latino unity. What is it? Is it a political formula for the soon-to-be electoral majority in North America? Or is it a complex organism formed from Mayan roots mixed forcefully with displaced African seeds, seeking the sun in a race through the continent from south to north, from the outward islands inward to the heart of this continent? Personally, I don't truly know, but my generation bears witness to the steady growth of this unity. Simply humans stalking the kingdoms of colonialism and white supremacy, overtaking every nook and crevice fed by time herself. While this unity has long been a principle of the movement for social justice, only recently has the establishment media come to speak about it. Our unity is a response to the reality of a common oppression and a common discrimination, emerged especially in the movement against police abuse and murder and in the movement against mass incarceration. As I considered the sponsor of this event, I realized that recognition should be paid to the first Black and Indian president of Mexico, Vicente Guerrero, who issued a decree abolishing slavery during the last years of Mexico's war for independence from 1810 to 1821. While history points us towards empowerment and a brighter future across the Americas, most of us grow up in our favorite institution, the family and the hood. Here, also, we face a common oppression. The forced separation of families and the scars it leaves for generations, an integral process of control during slavery, and today magnified through deportations in the Latino community. 7 million children born as citizens have at least one undocumented parent and live with the constant threat of deportation and the violation of their right,
Here goes the merger.
their right to family.
We're not the same.
They are joined in the constant threat of deportation by 2 million dreamers here in this country. After slavery, the attack on the black family continued through an irrational public aid program which demanded the separation of father and mother. The assault on black and brown families continues through the attack on their neighborhoods and a cycle of abandonment and gentrification breaking apart extended families. There are, of course, many potential divisions between our two communities. We hear a lot about that. Often encouraged by politicians and other demagogues, these divisions become weaker as the two communities grow in their understanding of each other. The recent traumatic events at the border simply confirm the continued realities since the U.S. assumed the leadership of colonialism towards the Americas and the Caribbean. The special treatment given Haitian refugees recently, their immediate deportation, simply shows the depth of racism in U.S. policy toward Latin America.
Welcome them?
Unity is not unnatural to us as black and brown people. Unity is our identity. Our identity tied to our shared history of resistance to oppression. In Chicago, we see this with the work of Chairman Fred and his Rainbow Coalition of the Black Panther Party. We see it with the first IPO in Chicago that elected some of our first elected officials of color. And we see it with the Black and Latino Coalition that Congressman Chuy Garcia spoke of that elected Mayor Harold Washington here, our first black mayor, our best black mayor, if you ask me. But most importantly, we see it in the hearts and souls of this generation's movement for social justice. Now I'll take you to June 8th, the anniversary of the assassination of my uncle Rudy Lozano, but this time it was 2020. The Together We Rise Black and Brown Unity Rally was born.
Pause. Right now we are about to listen to the brown washing of the attack on the black community by the Latino community. Now, what she is about to talk to us about, this unity arose from not her and her group, but the group of the majority attacking our community. Remember, this conversation that she's about to have right now is why we broadcast in this room right now. And I want you to hear the brown washing of it right now.
At the height of racial tension in a nation reeling over the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery by police, communities of color were caught in the middle once again. Reports of violent incidents between black and brown communities flooded the news channels and social timelines. In this instance, as an urgent response, a community of volunteers, artists, activists, musicians, and chefs, including my sister Bella Baz and myself, we came together to unite our communities against police brutality, racism, and division. And this year, 2021, as we were quickly approaching the one-year anniversary of this cross-generational, groundbreaking, and most importantly, unifying moment, a strong community of young black and brown organizers came together again to promote this message again, with the goal to make this a consistent theme. We acknowledge that our black and brown communities don't need to be in a state of crisis or conflict to come together and celebrate the power of unity towards equality and justice in this country. We acknowledge that we are all descendants of a diaspora, and the longer we build families here in this country and new generations, we become more and more mixed up. The lines that were drawn by colonial labels become blurred. But what remains is the reality of our common oppression and the reality of the necessity of a movement against that oppression, a movement together. Unity is our identity. Unity is our identity. And unity is only real if it bears fruit. And so it did. We Got Us and Healthy Hood was born Our nation and our whole planet faces new challenges in both climate and disease, but there is a growing awareness of the consequences of inequality and racism on our health. And as a result, a growing collective resistance. Our experience demonstrates that a powerful force for public health is exploding in our communities through the unity of Black and brown young people. In addition, Congressman Bobby Rush introduces the Right to Family bill.
Pause. Y'all ready? Zero criminal justice reform. Let me say it better. Cero criminal justice reform. Cero anti-lynching. Cero police. What did I say? Police reform. John Lewis. Nothing. Let me.
If you don't know what that is, look it up. A general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus.
Good job. Let me do that again for y'all. Let me play it for you again.
Criminalization and mass incarceration. So yes, we have accomplished so much with the spirit of this new generation of unity, but we have so much left to do. It is important to create space for dialogue, but it is even more important to work together, to be in relationship with one another. It is the way we will no longer look at the differences as a way to divide us in the movement, but a way to learn and grow from one another. As we continue to become one community, we will soon understand that the differences that divide us are not natural to us, but consequences of colonialism and systemic racism. And as we break free from the chains of the effects of an oppressive state of mind, we will see, as Oscar Lopez Rivera says, that our differences are not ideological, but personal. As we step into our true power of unity against inequality and injustice, we will become a stronger and unstoppable community of resistencia. So, here's a message from the young generation of activists in the Black and brown communities. We will not fall back. We will not quiet down or go back to normal because a few cops were charged. The systems in place are the enemy, and we've got our eyes wide open. We are organized. We've shown that we can mobilize, and we recognize that the strongest power that exists is the people's power. It was the people's power that took the streets last year. It was the people's power that demanded justice for George Floyd. And it will be the people's power that will get us our freedom. So together, and only together, will we rise. So repeat after me. All power to the people. All power to the people. Say it loud. All power to the people. Thank you. To work together, to be a disease, but there is a growing awareness of the consequences. We acknowledge that we are all descendants of a diaspora, and the longer we build families here, disease, but there is a growing awareness of the consequences. Support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. Support for immigration reform from the Black brown young people. In addition, Congressman Bobby Rush introduces the Right to Family bill. If you don't know what that is, look it up. A general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. And as a result, a growing collective resistance. Our experience demonstrates that a powerful force for public health is exploding in our communities through the unity of Black and brown young people. In addition, Congressman Bobby Rush introduces the Right to Family bill. If you don't know what that is, look it up. A general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. Introduces the Right to Family bill. If you don't know what that is, look it up. A general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. As we step into our, and we've got our people's power that will get us our freedom. So together, and only together, will we rise. So repeat after me. All power to the people.
All All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Say it loud. All power to the people. Thank you.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages.
The
Now,
Maze
I would
Jackson
like
Show
to invite
will be
you to
back
the
after this break.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up. So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talking about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, this going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All love it.
Yeah, I love being black. Hey, do this for my people.
And now, traffic and weather.
All power to the people this morning. This is Riis the Ruler, and I'm here with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Blackhawks lose 4-3 to the Carolina Hurricanes, as also the Chicago Bulls fall short last night 103-98 against the Philadelphia 76ers, but it's only their second loss. Over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 42 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 19 minutes. On the Eaton, Deerfield to Exchange, 44 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, still 28. The Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 46 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 35. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 53 minutes. Outbound, 35. 48 minutes from I-80 to the Bishop Ford, and 33 minutes back to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 18 minutes to the Loop, 14 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is still the same. South, 7 minutes, 55th to Jackson. Jackson back to 55th, 8 minutes north. Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 34 and mostly cloudy. Today is a high of 46 with a low of 30. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's All Right by the Maze on the Maze Jackson Show.
Steve Stanton.
I've never been lucky at love, no never. I've never been good at holding on. A heart broken so many pieces, but I'll just keep on moving on because
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something. We gotta stop running. It's time to confirm weren't the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong. In the mirror, realize you great. Yeah, we always argue with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune, you stay on top about who forward, about who not. Just green light, all the black economy. Then watch all the shooting don't stop. To my black people in power, just remember we put you in power. If you really wanna save all the black princesses, be Mario and not Bowser. They gave us a hard job. We gon' make it if we do it together. Divided we fall, we gotta evolve. With confidence, you are ready before you started. With no confidence in the people, we always gon' be defeated.
What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Who's telling the lies? Who's telling the truth? Black people realize the sun shines for you. So stop the divide. See what melanin do. What's in it for the black people? All the lies we heard before. You gotta do more than listen. Some action with on the count of three. Let's run. We're black people.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Turn me up in my road one more time, cause I got the
of this new generation of unity. But we have so much left to do. It is important to create space for dialogue, but it is even more important to work together, to be in relationship with one another. It is the to normal because a few cops were charged. The systems in place are the enemy, and we've got our eyes wide open. We are organized. We've shown that we can mobilize, and we recognize that the strongest power that exists is the people's power. It was the people's power that took the streets last year. It was the people's power that demanded justice for George Floyd. And it will be the people's power that will get us our freedom. So together, and only together, will we rise. So repeat after me. All power to the people. All power to the people. Say it loud. All power to the people. Thank you.
Ruthie. Riis, open up the phone lines. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Then, Riis, what I want you to do is I want you to find the big voice for me, right? Because I want to ask the social media question of the day. The social media question of the day is, who is the black voice at the so-called black and brown in the so-called black? Oh, dag, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Riis.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Who is the black voice in the so-called black and brown coalition? Ruthie, you sent me a clip, and I am hoping that I can get it at the top of my. At the top. Yep. You are Ruthie. You A15?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did have it then.
Kankakee.
K3. Oh, y'all A15?
Kankakee, Joliet, Rockford.
Oh, it's a link. Okay, so let me. So here's our voice in the black and brown coalition. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. The part where he be saying it, Because do you know what the timestamp is? You don't have that, do you?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, y'all remember this guy, right? Here, let me turn up the volume. Bruce, did we got the volume on? Or did I miss it? Did I turn it down? Oh, it's muted.
One was asleep on my couch at my campaign office. One had his head down on the desk. One was on his cell phone. They even had the unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave. To go and make gall. They even had the unmitigated 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 gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn. They even had the unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave. They even had the unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave. They even had the unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave. Wow.
Social media question of the day. Who is the
What
black
type of
voice?
popcorn?
Orville Redenbacher, damn it! The unmitigated goal to eat my.
I'm only laughing on the
He has
outside.
come-
I'm crying on the inside.
He has come a long, long, long way. I mean, I feel like I got to do this part one more time too. And then after I do it, then we're going to... Can y'all please call me, please? Because I just need to know, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Let me just play this part one more again. This is the end of it. And then I won't...
To promote this message again, with the goal to make this a consistent theme, we acknowledge that our black and brown communities don't need to be in a state of crisis or conflict to come together and celebrate the power of unity towards equality and justice in this country. We acknowledge that we are all descendants of a diaspora, and the longer we build families here in this country and new generations, we become more and more mixed up. The lines that were drawn by colonial labels become blurred, but what remains is the reality of our common oppression and the reality of the necessity of a movement against that oppression, a movement together. Unity is our identity.
Who is this
Unity is our identity. And unity is only real if it bears fruit. And so it did. We got us and Healthy Hood was born. Our nation and our whole planet faces new challenges in both climate and disease, but there is a growing awareness of the consequences of inequality and racism on our health. And as a result, a growing collective resistance. Our experience demonstrates that a powerful force for public health is exploding in our communities through the unity of black and brown young people. In addition, Congressman Bobby Rush introduces the Right to Family Bill. If you don't know what that is, look it up. A general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. And again, it is only real if it bears fruit.
For who?
And so it did. We got us and Healthy Hood was born. Our nation and our whole planet faces new challenges in both climate and disease, but there is a growing awareness of the consequences of inequality and racism on our health. And as a result, a growing collective resistance. Our experience demonstrates that a powerful force for public health is exploding in our communities through the unity of black and brown young people. In addition, Congressman Bobby Rush introduces the Right to Family Bill. If you don't know what that is, look it up. a general support for immigration reform from the Black Caucus. And again, we see a common struggle for
in general. Like, no specifics, just in general, we with y'all. And then, to top it, they had the unmitigated goal.
Here's a message from the young generation of activists in the Black and brown communities.
Unmitigated
We
goal
will
to
not
hijack.
fall back. We will not quiet down or go back to normal because a few cops were charged. The systems in place are the enemy, and we've got our eyes wide open. We are organized. We've shown that we can mobilize, and we recognize that the strongest power that exists is the people's power. It was the people's power that took the streets last year. It was the people's power that demanded justice for George Floyd. And it will be the people's power that will get us our freedom. So together, and only together, will we rise. So repeat after me.
Come on,
all
Ruthie.
power to the people.
Ruthie.
All power to the people. Say it loud. All
Ruthie,
power
you ain't
to the
saying it
people.
loud.
Thank you.
Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. We just heard the closing keynote speech from the daughter of Slim Coleman, who was the white boy in the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. And Rudy Lozano's sister, apparently. So that gives her street cred. Oh, my bad. Okay. My bad. So just for tickles and giggles, just one more time. One more gig. This is the part right here. Right? Let me just give it to y'all. I'm going to give it to y'all, and then I'm going to ask you for your comments. But you heard about Bobby Rush, right? This is the last time we heard from Bobby Rush on our side of town.
The unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave.
Okay, just one more.
Unmitigated gall to go and make coffee for themselves and to pop popcorn, my popcorn, in my microwave. While
The Maze Jackson Show. Who are the black voices in the Black and Brown Coalition? Ruthie, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. Like, how do we respond for that? Like, just think about the fact that old girl just came on and said that Bobby Rush sponsored a bill for the general, what did she say? Just in general, we support immigration reform from the Black Caucus. Remember that 450,000 we was just talking about?
You know what this remind me of?
Nope.
This is just my humble opinion, but I think depending on how you react to that, it's a similar moment to when Obama sang Amazing Grace. And it clearly creates a division in your mind, in your soul, and in your spirit, the way that you reacted to Obama singing Amazing Grace versus this particular speech. So depending on how you feel after that, probably says a lot about where you are currently in your life. No judgment.
I'm judging.
No judgment.
I'm judging.
People's perceptions and the way people hear things are different. And that's based on, people's perception is based on their life. So if you live a certain life, whereas you heard that and you felt empowered and you wanted to say it along with them, power to the people, then fine, no judgment.
Ruthie. Okay. Let me give you some more. You know how that song? Give me some more. I'm gonna give
That's
you
the
some
rhymes.
All right. Here y'all go. Here's our voices at the.
We've learned so much from each other, and we've worked together during some of the hardest times for our state and the country, and we have guided each other on the path towards justice and equity for Illinois' Black and brown communities. I'm happy to say that this is not a unique thing at all for our office, and every one of us is all in. Team LG, as we call ourselves, value what connects us and our communities. This resolve continues to drive us in the face of unprecedented challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic has been a painful reminder of how Black and Latinx communities in particular have disproportionately suffered. This immense amount of loss and grief has taken place against the backdrop of systemic discrimination, violence, and fear that has plagued our communities long before COVID-19.
Long before the immigration crisis.
Trauma is a deep connection in Black and brown communities, something that we share. And even though the issues our communities face can appear very different, the consequences can look very similar. COVID death tolls have shown us that. The gender pay gap for Black women and Latinas has shown us that. And the historic disinvestment in Black and brown communities has too. But let me make this clear. We are not only defined by our pain. Our rich, shared histories, our resilience, our hearts make us
Go on,
who we
Black
are.
women. Hold us
When
there.
we can see that in each other, then unity is inevitable. Just like that amazing jazz quartet tonight.
Dance,
we can make
nigga,
some
dance.
beautiful music together. Right here in Chicago, Black and Latinx communities have risen above the barriers of economic and racial segregation to stand together in civil rights time and time again throughout history. That spirit is still alive today in this city, in this state, in this country, and the world over. There are so many examples of what can be accomplished when Black and brown communities are connected and listen to each other, especially when we look to the strong leadership of Illinois' legislative Black and Latino caucuses joining forces to combat systemic racism in our state. Incredible work in partnership with our administration to tackle health inequities and making health care more accessible and affordable, because health care is a right, not a privilege. Joining forces to reform a criminal justice system that disproportionately entangles Black and brown people into pathways to policing, jails, and prisons rather than to pathways to education, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Raising our voices all together to make sure that all of our communities are safe by addressing the root causes of gun violence, and announcing just this week $250 million of investments into our communities as we publicly declare gun violence a public health crisis and commit to reimagining public safety in our state. Because all of our children deserve to be safe in their own homes, in their schools, and in their communities. All of them. And we all know that our respective communities face some of the greatest challenges in ensuring a correct and complete count during the 2020 census, putting resources that we simply could not afford to lose at risk. So again, Black and brown leadership from communities all across the state came together to get out the word and serve as credible messengers to ensure that every single one of us was counted, because every single one of us matters. What incredible displays of collaboration and solidarity that will impact our communities for generations to come. And what an example to those of us committed to leaving this world in a better place than we found it, not to just see the possibilities of our unity, but to embrace it, to dedicate ourselves to making it a sustained reality.
Yes.
I'm proud to say that we are doing the work in Illinois to make justice, equity, and opportunity for all a reality. And I know all of you are a part of this effort as well. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone who has shown their commitment to furthering this dialogue so that we can all go forward. To the Council Generals and elected officials of Mexico, the elected officials here from the state of Illinois, community leaders and advocates here with us, and of course, to our administration's Chief Equity Officer, Dr. Sekile Nzinga. Thank you all for
Wait. So we can finally get a Chief Equity Officer in the state of Illinois. And what was her name?
Showing how strong the links between us can be. I look forward to seeing how far continuing this dialogue will take us. And never forget,
to Texas.
We are more alike than we are different. We are more alike than we are different. But you know what? We have to talk to each other. We have to see each other. We have to sit down and break bread with each other and enjoy music together and share a meal with one another.
We got
have to
Taco
come out of
Tuesday
our
already.
comfort zone sometimes.
They don't got neck bone new. Wait. Turkey neck, turkey tip Thursdays.
Juntos podemos.
Yeah!
Thank you
Ain't
again.
nobody speaking no damn Swahili.
Enjoy the dialogue. And then after we talk, let's get to work. Thank you.
Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all want to hear some more from it? Y'all want to hear what else they got to say? Hold on, let's see what we got. Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you. Y'all ready? Straight from Washington, D.C. The Black Caucus speaks. Y'all ready? Here we go. Wait, we got to make sure we acknowledge Chewy first.
Members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, the Congressional Black Caucus, advocates, local leaders, and community members of all stripes to bring us closer to that ideal of fairness and equity for all. And I look forward to fighting the good fight with you all. Adelante.
Here go y'all reparations. Here goes our reparations advocate. Here we go.
Now, from the state of Texas, we will listen to the message by Congresswoman Sheila Jackson.
Hello, I'm Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. I represent the 18th Congressional District in Houston, Texas. To the Consul General of Mexico from Houston, greetings. To the Consul General of Chicago, greetings. And all of those who are participating in this Black and Brown encounter, an opportunity to heal and to understand. I'm excited about the idea of ensuring that the rich Mexican-American community that is particularly rich in both Houston and in Chicago and other cities around the nation, and the African-American community have this important opportunity to work on issues that are mutually important to all of them. I believe culture and the idea of healing wounds will be extremely important. The wounds of xenophobia, the wounds of racism, the wounds of lack of understanding, and certainly of the issue of criminalization of our respective communities, the Hispanic community and the African-American community. We are rich in culture. There are many stories to tell. And in fact, there are African-Americans or descendants of enslaved Africans in Mexico as they are here in the United States. We must understand each other's journey and each other's culture. It is important to note that we and our young people both face the kinds of encounters that only look at the color of their skin or the language they speak. It is important that we all as a community support the passage of the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, because the idea of it is not one color, one community. The idea is to ensure enhanced police-community relationships, and that none of our young people or families will be subjected to chokeholds or no-knocks, or to be in court without relief, or to not have police who are trained with the sensitivity of our cultural uniqueness. And we should all be supporting the reform and the enhancement of the immigration system of this country. We must give status to our DACA and Dreamers. We must understand the importance of individuals who come to this country fleeing persecution to have access to asylum.
Because you
We must
speaking for your
understand
people,
visas
not us.
and reuniting families. This is a part of America. We make America the best country that it is. So the Black and Brown encounter over the next the days that has occurred, I want to say congratulations, because you've opened the doors of cooperation and culture. I'm excited about the journey that you have taken. I'm excited about ending racism, ending misunderstanding, and having the criminal justice system be fair and just to all of us. As a member of the United States Congress and the chairperson of the Crime, Terrorism, and Homeland Security Committee, I am always working to bring our communities together, to understand those who have come to this country as immigrants or migrants, and to understand those who face every day collectively, the brown and black community, circumstances that are based upon the color of their skin and not the richness of their culture and their language. Congratulations for this encounter. Look forward to it being part of our wonderful opportunities across America, and we look forward to going to work, to ending the schism between understanding culture, recognizing, respecting culture, and how we should address just plain human beings. I am excited to be here with you. Muchas gracias.
This is not, listen.
Together to understand those who have come to this country as immigrants or migrants, and to understand those who face every day collectively, the brown and black community, circumstances that are based upon the color of their skin and not the richness of their culture and their language. Congratulations for this encounter. Look forward to it being part of our wonderful opportunities across America, and we look forward to going to work, to ending the schism between understanding culture, recognizing, respecting culture, and how we should address just plain human beings.
Hold on, here we go.
I am excited to be here with you.
Wait for it.
Muchas gracias.
Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me get you some more. Let me get you some more. Come on.
But I wanted to ground us in that. This is how we are here. All right, we have a lot further to go. We have a lot further to go. I am going to push you. I know this is the first time the consulate is doing this, and I am grateful. I am so grateful to be a part of this.
That's your funding, Ruthie.
Right, but I want to push you, because it's going to take a lot more than some clips from some politicians on some screens at the older planetarium, far removed from our communities.
Go ahead, little sis.
Far removed from the real work that we have to do. This is a beautiful setting.
Uh-oh.
But this is not where most of us, we not sticking around here. We going back to our communities, right? So we have to think about what work needs to be done in our communities. There's so much we need to destroy and so much we need to build. There's so much we need to destroy and so much we need to build. I want you to think about on these next 3 days, what within myself do I need to destroy and what within myself do I need to build?
Our self-hate is what we need to destroy. Cause if I see one more black person speaking Spanish, right, like it is unbelievable. Hold on, let me get you another. Hold on, y'all ready?
I don't think we are.
Yes, y'all are. Come on, here we go.
Hola amigos, me llamo Rob Pitts. I am chairman of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners.
Atlanta.
And as the leader of Fulton County, the largest county in the state of Georgia and one of the most diverse in the nation, I can tell you firsthand that the strength of the black and brown communities is a big part of our success. For as long as I've been chairman, we've worked hard to be an inclusive community, welcoming anyone who wants.
I mean, do you think do we have to, hold on, let me see if this brother speaks Spanish too. Hold on, because I got some more for you. Hold on, y'all ready? Y'all want some more? This what happened yesterday. All right, let's try this one.
And Governor Garland Gilchrist.
Hello, everyone. My name is Garland Gilchrist, and I have the honor of being the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Michigan. It is an honor to be joining you all today to discuss a topic that is at the forefront of everything we do across state government in Michigan. Our focus on equity across all facets of public service in our state was underscored over the past year and a half as we not only faced a global pandemic that disproportionately impacted our communities of color, but at the same time, we also went through a long overdue racial reckoning in our country.
How did
That is why our administration took immediate action to assemble some of the greatest minds to tackle this race.
Ruthie? Hold on, I gotta find some more. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Okay, look. Okay, listen. Why you looking it up and laying it on thick, right? I got another cherry to put on top of this sundae, y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know that Bobby Rush made the announcement for this American Right to Family Act in Bronzeville, right? So I'm like, okay, where at in Bronzeville? Tell me why. It was at the United African Organization.
Because
so they used the plight of black immigrants.
But African
immigrants.
Because the Africans like, we can be in there. We not with y'all. Don't count us with the Negroes. Count us with the immigrants. Hold on, because I got some more for you. Let's see who they got on this one, Ruthie. Let's see who this black dude is.
Oh, man.
Introduce the message by Sylvester Turner, Mayor of Houston.
The Mayor of Houston.
Hello, I'm Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. I take great pride in being mayor of the most diverse and welcoming city in the United States, where 1 in 4 residents is foreign-born and more than 140 languages are spoken. But diversity is nothing if we are separate, segregated, and apart. We must continue to build an inclusive city where people from all cultures, backgrounds, and faith traditions can unite as one.
Can I tell y'all who is pushing this, though? What I'm noticing is that all of these places where there are blended cities, right? So if you think about Houston, you think about Sheila Jackson Lee. She has got to cater to Latinos because her district, as it continues to, even though Houston is the 3rd biggest black city, it's also being but taken by a lot of immigrants. So she has to pivot. But also, let's remember, Sheila Jackson Lee is not ADOS, right? She is, I think it's Bahamian or Jamaican, one of the 2 descents. So she can click in with that migrant. When you look at Sylvester Turner, who I like Sylvester Turner as a mayor, but what you are finding is that he's the mayor of Houston, which he ain't got to really worry about black folks. He got to worry about the Latinos being like, we ain't with it. You notice all of these people that they have brought in are from other places, right? Because this goes back to my question. Who are the black people at the table in this black and brown coalition? And when they keep talking about our young people, and, I feel like I watched that black and brown, unity march, blah, blah stuff. And I felt like it was almost like a springboard, a political springboard for the brown kids that were a part of it. And they leveraged it to create a space for themselves within our community. But I don't see that that was reciprocated to our young people in their community. Yeah, you can go hang out with them 6 people you was kicking it with, but you still ain't walking around in little Velita like that, right? It still ain't like don't act like the guys that was attacking cars was at that march. They just sat back that day. I don't know And then when I see the whole, when somebody says that you don't know about it, check out Bobby. Like when they throw your own people at you.
Last year, it was the people's power that demanded justice for George Brown young people.
I just feel like even with the
Stronger.
Georgia, they almost hijacked the.
Here's a message from the young generation of activists in the black and brown communities.
They hijacking us.
We will not fall back. We will not quiet down or go back to normal because a few cops were charged. The systems in place are the enemy, and we've got our eyes wide open. We are organized. We've shown that we can mobilize, and we recognize that the strongest power that exists is the people's power. It was the people's power that took the streets last year. It was the people's power that demanded justice for George Floyd. And it will be the people's power that will get us our freedom. So together, and only together,
you are watching,
will we rise. So repeat after me. All power to the people. All power to the people. Say it loud. All power to the people. Thank you.
I keep playing that back because what you're watching right now is the rewriting of our history. What you are watching is the browning of blackness. You know how they talk about the browning of America? You are watching the browning of blackness. You saw that one black girl who probably spoke up because she was like, oh, y'all done got me. Let me tell you what happened to the black girl that was there with the baseball cap. She looked around and realized what was happening, that she was being used as a political pawn, that essentially and this is the challenge I feel like we don't have with our can I tell you, I believe, and let me show love to our young activists that participated in this black and brown thing. Sometimes I think that we are so politically naive that we generally believe that it's no ulterior motive. So I genuinely believe that we have black people out there believing in the coalition. I think that somebody as strategic as...
Let me say something, Maze. With the younger generations in terms of the black-brown coalition, you really see it in the arts movements.
Okay.
There's a strong coalition in the arts movement. There's like really good coalition there. Now, that doesn't translate good into politics for black people, but in the arts movement, there is like strong ties.
But I feel like it's like missionaries, right? Like, so then let the arts movement be the missionaries, right? Where they are, that's where, like, I feel like that's even what happened to us in hip hop, right? And I would even say that hip hop had a part in that when we said, like, you know, like when the hip hop culture formed, there was like the black Latino, but it was Puerto Rican. The Mexicans came involved in that as well, but they developed their own culture or their own kind of subset in there. And now I feel like using the arts is like what is the diffusing point. So you get the young people on the art space, and our young people are, okay, we all open to it.
Yeah.
The Latinos, though, have a place to retire back into.
Yes, their culture.
Exactly. So they can come over and they can spray paint, they can tag, they can be B-boys, they can do all of the stuff that we do and still go home, and they get to live they get double acceptance. It's sort of like when I was talking like Africans or like West Indians and all that, where they get to be black in the public sphere and get all the props, but then go back home and be like, whew, right? I ain't y'all. And their moms and dads, and they know it's racism in their house, and their mamas and daddies telling them, don't be with the Mayetes. They saying it. They getting all of it, and it's their rebellious. That to me is no different than the white girls in Bolingbrook who date black people until they get 21. And then they got their own kids, and they like, oh, no. And so when have we seen the translation of that? That, listening to that girl make all them black people say, or not them black people, but them people saying power to the people? Like, she straight up, Audrey said it good. Did they invite Chairman Fred? Right? Like, imagine, she like, I'm the son of the whole Pantherness got claimed by someone who wasn't a Panther. Think about that. Think about the gravity of that. So she appropriated every bit of the Fred Hampton story and made herself. You know why I tell you I don't like the M&Ms? That's the same thing that just happened right there. So the byproduct of White Slim Coleman and Rudy Lozano, a sister, a white Latina mix in the movement, is now the physical embodiment of the Black and Brown coalition. It wasn't even a black person in you. Pardon me. I mean, in the procreation spot. And I don't mean that in a foul way. But I'm saying, like, we have been usurped in our face, and it's like that whole thing. Yo, they were at the Adler Planetarium with congressional people from all over the country talking about a Black and Brown coalition and the benefits of it, even as we are being do y'all understand this is the backdrop of the political battle that is happening right now, where the Latinos are like, take their stuff? So while our arts community is around here smoking and passing and being like, whew, because Ruthie, I did that in college, right? And the realities of man, in college we was like, man, people of color, it's 9/10 of the world. Is if we all add ourselves together. And more I got to grow adulthood, all of that theoretical crap didn't work. And it's like, when you see, like, that same person is going to be, she might, because she on the extreme side, but them same kids, the same Latinas and Latinos that I was sitting next to at the U of I as we was getting ready to go protest the president, now they telling their kids, don't do it. And so as we sit here, I love the unmitigated popcorn clip, and I know I played it out, but you gotta understand, like, we get popcorn. This dude just said they giving us the unconditional support from the in general. Like, we just support y'all in general. Like, whatever y'all on, we on. We with it. Who with us? This Black and and they don't want dialogue because they don't want nobody to say what the real deal is. They didn't have it. You know why they had it at Adler? Because if we could have rolled over there, we know the parking at Adler is like $30. You know, black people be like, shit, I ain't paying $30 to park. But who's the person? Now can I just give y'all some other parts? Because I want y'all, if y'all watching live, do you see that they had a Chicago flag, a United States flag, an Illinois flag, a Mexico flag, and we got a pop-up banner that say Kente cloth from Ghana.
Off to the side.
Off to the side, not even in the shot. Now, that makes me say, because y'all know they couldn't have done this without someone. To have it black and brown, they had to go get someone. But they got to go get someone compliant. Now, Ruthie, I'm going to explain to you that this was sponsored by the Mexican consulate in general. Now, consulates are like the ambassador, the embassy sort of in the town. And what happens is, out of that consulate office is where they build local community relations. They find who are the resistance, who are the opposition, and then they go out and make friends, right? On top of they be spying and all that other stuff. But the consulate's job right now, and so what you're seeing is there is clearly some money that has been allocated by the Mexican government to probably smooth over what is happening. Look, Mexican residents are coming to Chicago, and it's turning into a hostile situation. So what they say is, or it's not a welcoming situation. So what they say is, y'all go up there and y'all do some programming. Y'all go to Chicago, y'all find some compliant people, and let's do some black and brown. And when you look at it, it ain't no sponsors except for who? The DuSable Museum. That was our black voice at this table. Same DuSable Museum who gave away all of the black contracting for the gala outside of our community. I got in trouble for that, for talking about that. But who are the black people that greenlit this? Who greenlit this conversation? And then what was their job as it related to ensuring that we knew about the conversation so that it could be, but you know what it is. They don't really want you to be at the conversation because they don't want the wrong Negroes to show up. See, because we've lost our spirituality, the way into our young people is through the arts. Get them when they babies, poison them in the crib, and they grow up thinking you they friend. We don't have a... Do y'all understand that even in the realm of... Like, at the end of the day, the Latinos that are involved in the Black and Brown Coalition movement, they have adults that they return to. Our children return to going about their business and making a way on themselves. They have an infrastructure. They have an ecosystem. I've been watching, like it's crazy to watch the trajectory of the Black and Brown Coalition. So I'm watching two organizers from the Black and Brown, and one has translated that into a tremendous opportunity to go to Northwestern Law School. And at some point will be some type of civil rights lawyer that will eventually be fighting for the rights of immigrants, etc., and use the street credibility of blackness to be like, remember when I was with y'all, Harold Washington? Conversely, we see our young people being crushed by the stress of that same movement. You pay attention to all of the brown people that were in the Black and Brown Coalition and pay attention to what they're doing and where they're at. They have been able to leverage that into political clout and power. We have seen our young people take that and become a detriment, so they become even more toxic because of their ability to walk over on that other side of the line and mobilize. It's like it cuts two ways. The more that the brown kid can demonstrate that he can get acceptance with black people, the more valuable he becomes in the brown political process, because he makes it hard for you to do what you got to do. Right? That's my boy over there. Man. So you can't look and negotiate for yourself straight up and down, because they got your boy who's in law school who can leverage all of your black love and emotion to your detriment. Because we love everybody. You know we love it. And everybody observes our culture. They practice it. So you all excited because they can dance, they can pop, they know all the words to our music, but then at home, they go home to their abuela, to their rest of their culture. See, and now what you've just allowed to have happen is this narrative be taken over by someone else to tell the rest of the world that, look, we like it. Your stuff ain't gonna be. You have a whole international government who is investing in programming on black and brown and you saw the two largest cities, Houston and Chicago. And where else they going? To Atlanta. These programs are invested because they know where their people are going to be, and their number one priority is to protect their citizens. That is the job of the consulate. It is the refuge for your citizens. So instead of me having to go out and fight to protect you, I'm going to go smooth the land out for you. And then y'all keep on coming in and moving in. Then we'll have them out. Look, y'all, I want to say thank you to everybody from 1570 AM who has tuned in us. This conversation is going to continue because did anybody call us, Riis? Don't nobody care? Y'all don't care about none of this conversation. Well, I'm going to tell y'all what.
Calling?
You had the thing, remember? You kept playing.
Oh, so let me turn off the... Okay, hold on. Well, then let me do this one more time because I got to do it one more time. I know...
Disconnected, though.
Huh?
It disconnected already.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Riis, let's take a quick break. We'll come back, and then we're going to take your calls. Can y'all call me, though? Because I think you know they listening, right? So they really need to hear what y'all thinking. And Ruthie, you've been over there rolling your eyes, shaking your head. No, my favorite part is when you go I want to hear what you think. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, somebody said, could you move your mic? They want to see your pretty face. What's his name?
Y'all better tune in. I guess it's time to look at people at 8 o'clock.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:01 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Blackhawks falls just short to the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 yesterday in hockey. In the NBA, Bulls also fall 103-98 against the 76ers. Over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is up to an hour and 5. Outbound to O'Hare is 22 minutes on the Edens. Deerfield to Exchange, 56 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, 37. The Eisenhower is 54 minutes from Thorndale to the Loop, just 42 back to Thorndale on the Stevenson. From I-355 to the Dan Ryan is an hour and 3 minutes, 37 minutes outbound. The Bishop Ford is 48 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan and just 37 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 23 minutes to the Loop, 14 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson is 14 minutes, Jackson to 55th, 8. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr 8, Bryn Mawr back to Randolph 12. Today's weather, it is currently now 36 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 46 with a low of 30. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here is terrorism here on the Maze Jackson Show.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed. Since certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. 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 Terrorism.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. No, I appreciate all that. You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. I'm your co-host. Oh, I'm your co-host. No,
Yay!
No, Ruthie is the co-host.
I'm the host, Ruthie.
No, you're not the host. I am the host. That is the problem. Women always trying to get up out their place. Good Lord. Did you see, though, yesterday, New Era be having their women in order.
Here you go.
They was like, we could.
Yeah, because they keep the ship running. Come on now.
They got the
They
women.
already told you. You know who really keeping everything.
They keep that because
keeping things together.
Because the men got to take care of the business.
They understand. Some they say know your role, so I'm pretty sure everybody just know their role.
That's you
ain't gotta say it though, like that, Maze.
I was just saying, but they do. He let them. They do get to keep their shoes.
Good. You know why? Because they be out in the street.
In my discipline, won't be no shoes unless you go outside.
Look, I told you a few years ago, I went to a New Era event because it was like a rapist in my neighborhood, in my community, and New Era was out there. So me and my homeboy, we went to 2 New Era events, and we marched through the streets with our flags, and I knew that they was about that life because of the position that they had the women in versus the men while we was walking through the streets. And I said, this is an intentional group.
What,
you know
the
what I'm
women
saying?
was in the back?
Here you go.
No, I'm saying seriously. The women was protected like they was in the middle.
They was protected.
Right, okay.
But you ain't got to say in the back like that.
Sometimes bringing up the rear is sometimes protecting your back and your flank is more important than your front.
But the women wasn't necessarily in the back. They was insulated.
Right, okay. I see that.
So yeah, so New Era, they about that.
Shout out to New Era Chicago. About that life. All right, is anybody call us? They don't even care. We got that's all. Y'all don't even care. That's like I heard we got guests. Roberto said he been getting texts, so he had to jump on. He got in late. Yes, we are talking about the Black and Brown Coalition or lack thereof. I feel like right now what is happening is we are trying to rewrite the history of the Black and Brown Coalition in Chicago. Let's be honest. The actions that occurred last year were not just because it didn't just like organically happen, like people was hanging out, Ruthie, and they was like, oh, let's do it. It was in direct response to Black people being attacked by the Latino community. And I don't know that has gone away, but I will tell you that I do believe that organizing has consequences both in the Black and the Latino community. In the Latino community, the ability to mobilize and organize and mobilize Black people is an asset. Right? It is an asset. In the Black community, the ability to mobilize Latinos is a detriment. It is a threat. 1, to the political establishment, and 2, to Black people who are under assault or being encroached upon or losing their status. And I know everybody wants to disconnect it from politics, but everything is political. And so it's like I always say, I'd rather have all the power and give something back than be begging to get something from the people who got power. And what we find ourselves in a position of is asking for help. Riis, let's go to the live lines. This is the Mace Jackson Show, and I want to encourage Black and brown people to call in. If you feel like you feeling some kind of way, call us. Talk to the Black people. Like, you got a pure Black audience. I don't want nobody. I don't want you nibbling around the edges. I don't want nobody being like Mace Snuck I'm not hating. I'm talking about the literal reality. And it's like I feel like a lot of times they find people to apologize or they find artists as compared to people who are in it. Look, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Caller, what's up?
Yeah, good morning. Am I on?
You are on, caller. You are on. Hello? Come on.
Yeah, good morning, Mace. Remember I called you, my name is Brian. I called you 2 weeks ago and told you the difference between Africans and Mexicans. They're not loyal to a race, they loyal to a culture.
Yes.
I don't know. We just don't get it. I'm going to try to explain. Do you understand what the term is, American descendant of slave is?
Yes.
Well, why are you mad today? See, let me tell you something. African-American descendant of slaves is the ones who really fighting for reparations, not Black people. See, when we say Black people, we letting everybody into the pot, and we go get 10. Most of these cultures already come over to this country, already know African descended of slaves. It's just like on Thanksgiving Day. You spend 12 hours to get your meal ready and cook for everybody to come over. But as an African American descendant of slaves, we are told to let everybody else eat first and we eat last. We used to that. We are stuck to that culture. You look at all them black people talking, you're going to find out something about him. Just like that lady who got elected to lieutenant governor in Virginia, she's Jamaican. She doesn't have a history of Jim Crow or what we've been through. So as an African American descendant of slaves, I'm forced to look for everybody else to love me instead of myself. We was never taught that. Unity was forced among us. So I don't understand what the anger is about, because we keep on saying black people. A lot of black people are not descended of slaves, and to them we're lazy. They didn't go through what we went through. But thanks for hearing me.
I appreciate you. So I'm upset because it's like this slow rolling train that I've been talking to y'all about for 20 years, or for like the last 10 years actually. It's like, and I feel like we open the door. We are so welcoming. We want to be so cool with everybody. It's like, well, nobody came and marched in our neighborhood. We got to go to other people and be like, please don't treat us less than. And we got to have ambassadors to tell their people, don't look, they're okay. Now you stay in your neighborhood and you work on your people. Don't hold my hands and tell me I got to come and prove to your people that I'm okay. Dog, we've been here. Like, think about the fact that right now we are asking to be introduced to... We got to justify our existence? Huh? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Y'all got to talk to me, because I guess I must be crazy. 872-259-7474. I don't know where this exists. And I'm just going to tell you, I felt a certain way with the all power to the people. I really did. I really felt some kind of way about the unmitigated goal of Bobby Rush to propose legislation. Do y'all realize we still ain't got John Lewis? Like, can I ask a question? Who's fighting for... Y'all want to be my ally? Are you fighting... I think it's even crazy that we talking about the criminal justice. George Floyd is now us. Huh? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me? This is Katie.
Katie from Ashburn. What's up, Katie?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm still a little upset I didn't see you at the party. I'm going to come over there next time, though. I see, you was talking about the music last week. Now look.
Yeah, I had to get ready for, my granddaughter had to cook the Sunday dinner, and then I had to prepare for the kids to come over for Halloween. So I couldn't cover everything.
Okay, well, I'm super glad that you called. What's up today?
Well, I looked at what is this woman? Is she the new Jesse Jackson? But I said, where is the black, red, and green flag? I didn't see the black, red, and green flag in that.
Or the Juneteenth flag. You ain't see NAM flag. What you saw was a pop-up banner from Ghana that we paid for from China. For $89 that you can get from the FedEx place. Because somebody probably said, oh, damn, it's black, but where the black people at? That was crazy. Like, right. That should just show you where we fit in this whole process.
Right. It shows us definitely where we fit. I mean, we have our own, we're a distinct group, and we have our own concerns and needs. And I was surprised to hear that the Ethiopians threw the vote to the Republicans in Virginia. I don't know if anybody heard about that yet. The black Ethiopians in Virginia threw the vote to the Republicans.
Well, that's because they remember they both used black women. The Democrats used an Afro-Latina as their lieutenant governor nominee, and the Republicans used a Jamaican-born black woman as their candidate. And so the Ethiopians, their values are much more You get into a cab, you go to a parking lot, that's where the Ethiopians be, and they will tell you they straight Trumpers. Right? They be like, don't be like the black people in America. And our choice was the Afro-Latina candidate that, again, black folks rejected. Right? They ain't going to tell you about that. But black folks ain't going with this black and brown joint, but they trying to steady push us together, so they thought they got a combo, a twofer, and they no, they did. Afro-Latina, they ran her in Virginia, and black folks like, hold on. If you claim it Afro-Latina or Tino, you confused. Real talk. If you are black in America and you claiming Afro-Latina, you confused. Because you either, the Latinos are going to treat you like you black if you look black, and the police going to treat you, but you fighting to be somewhere else where you ain't really want it.
Right. So, we got to be real careful. I went to visit my family in Texas, in Fort Worth, Texas. And, I tried to educate them about they have no idea about, their rights and stuff in fighting for reparations. But I'm trying to educate them because they are American descendants of slaves. And, my family would be a lot better on, and other families with my family, if we were treated the way we were supposed to be treated. So we deserve to be paid. And we deserve to be paid, and right now, before they try to diffuse us with the color, with the brown color, so that they could say, "Oh, well, it's too late. You all are all intermixed and intermarried and whatever. We need our money, and we need it now."
I'm saying I think we need to. I really think we need to be on that, because right now, did you realize that? Joe Biden is like a lame duck already, in my estimation. And understanding that what we got, like that we delivered him, I don't know that we're going to get another. I don't think the Democrats are going to be back. And I just think that black people need to be like, we don't want to hear nothing else till you give us our piece right now.
We want reparations, right?
Reparations, yep, that too. But I'm saying, Ruthie, if anybody black, if Joe Biden come up and talk about anything else but something black, like, I feel like he should be booed off stage. I think he should not be welcome in the black community nowhere at all. And I really think we need to start putting pressure on these black legislators. Like the Black Caucus, think about the gravity of this, y'all. The Black Caucus got a bill that says we just gonna generally support undocumented immigrants.
You know what? At this point, I think in order for the Black Caucus to, if they speak up at this point, then they're gonna be seen as anti.
Man, you right now you being seen as anti-black.
Man, they been that's regular.
You have to swear to ignore your people.
You gotta denounce your father's name, whatever.
Oh.
Just saying.
I don't know. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. And I'd like to ask some of our Latino brothers and sisters to give us a call, since we all power into the people. Come talk to us in our space.
They're listening, Mace.
Oh, Byron! Oh, Lord, Byron. Uh-oh. What's up, man? Talk to me.
They're listening because they're using all the strategies that we employed in the past. You know that. As Lou Palmer said, I don't know if I said, can I say Lou Palmer's name on your show?
Of course, Lou Palmer.
This is enough to make a Negro turn black. It's sad, man. I didn't even want to call this morning, but you asked for some calls, and I said, okay, well, what the hell? It's free. I'll give him a call.
It's free for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I know what you're doing, dude. But you're committed. You're a Christian, man, and God has told you to go and spend your money to help these black folks. But I don't think there's anything you can do to help them. I don't think so, Maze. I mean, what do you think? I mean, ask Ruby. I mean, she can tell you, what can you actually do outside of what you're doing every day on this radio station, trying to inform them? They still ain't getting it, Maze. But you know what? God has given you a mission. Go down with the ship. I think that's what you're doing. You're going down with the ship.
Not with the ship. Byron, you supposed to. Byron, you're not going to throw me a lifeguard. You're not going to throw me a life preserver, dog. Byron, should I abandon the black people? Should I just abandon the black people and just go and get my money?
No. God there's always somebody who's spiritual who lead us down the road, right? And you helping us to lead us down the road. But I know you like James Bond. He got extra submarine to bail out right before the cliff, right? He got the parachute. You have the damn parachute, and you got one for your co-host next door. She said, hey, just in case, you got a parachute too. You know what I'm saying? Because we are going down the wrong path. And what I said now is, Maze, we got to focus on the money. Forget all the other stuff. You ain't getting no reparations. Hispanics are not going to give you no reparations.
They getting reparations. They gonna have us vote
yes. They're not going to give you none. They're not going to give you none, though. They're not going to give you none. 13%, there was 30% more Hispanics voted for the guy in Virginia than there were for the Democrat. There were 13% more Hispanics voted for the guy in Virginia that won than the Democrat. Now, you're going to take that out however you want to take it. Let's focus on the money. Forget all the other stuff. Let's focus on getting these black folks some jobs before it's too late. All the other stuff, forget about it. Let's focus on the jobs. Money talks, Maeve, and you know it. When you have money, you got choices. And choices is what we need to have. We cannot be going over the cliff to Jonestown with these Democrats. They are leading us over the cliff. We must get off that ship. Let's make a deal with whoever we can. The devil, whoever, who can give us some jobs, give us some things that we can hold on to survive this problem that we got. These folks are just dumb. They're just dumb, and they're for self. These representatives are for self. They're not for us. And don't use the word people. It's for black people. You see what I'm saying? It's a black thing now for us. We gotta save ourselves. We gotta save black people. And one way to do it in this country is by money. The more money you have, the more power you have. Forget all that other stuff about voting. Black folks vote. Y'all got damn IDs. I don't know why y'all scared of having a damn ID. Go get a damn ID and go vote if you want to vote. Black folks even give you the ID, some of them still ain't voting. Who cares? Let's concentrate on getting these folks jobs. The more jobs, the more money, the more powerful we become. And the longer we survive this before we go over the cliff. Because these niggas are going to sell us out.
Damn, Byron, Mario said you his alter ego. Thanks, Byron. I always love when you call, dog. You crack me up. Brother Frank said he gonna start calling back too. He was in the comments. Von Roland said we can't be making a deal with the devil. And I guess my question is, who's the devil? You talking about the devil we know or the devil we don't? See, I don't know who the devil is. Because I don't know I'm going to put this back in front of you. In the last 20 years, what is the most significant black accomplishment that we have gotten politically in the last 20 years, anywhere in the country? And if you say the election of Barack Obama, I would ask you, and how did that work out for us? Oh, I forgot. We got the center. We ain't even get the library. Y'all going to be mad when it's going to be a library in Hawaii. You do realize that, right? And once again, the Negroes will get it. Anybody else on that line, man? They scared. Y'all scared to talk about that. That's all right. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Y'all, okay. Inglewood. It's going to be Inglewood. Let's go. How you say it? How you say Inglewood in Spanish?
No say.
Right. You're going to be like, where the black people? No say. Y'all be...
You ever heard of the Oppression Olympics?
No.
It's just like, like some people will say, y'all need to stop playing the Oppression Olympics. Like, I got it worse than you, or I had it worse growing up than you. But
nobody has it worse than black.
So anytime a group of people want to play the Oppression Olympics, like, woe is my group because this happened, they always have to invoke blackness and slavery and Adolfsness in order to be able to justify, their oppression. Kind of like, it's like the playbook. Like they use our playbook.
And then they use it on us, though. I felt
that's what I'm saying.
Like she laid out all of the history of slavery and the history of, and all of that informs why we got to do this for y'all.
But in order for any group, LGBTQ plus, Latinos, any group, they generally always they know if they're gonna play the Oppression Olympics with black people, they gotta somehow get the cosign from black people.
And do they have to get it, or do they just gotta mention it? And then it'd be like we be so happy that somebody acknowledged us in a piece that they just be like, yeah, right, you been the amen.
They gotta get it. But who are they able to get that?
They got it from. So who co-signed last night?
The people on the agenda.
Only black people.
Look at the agenda.
Oh, Ruthie. Well, I saw the Israeli consulate was on the agenda. What's up with that? So it's the international. Well, the Israelis are taking over the mental health space. That's what they building that whole super complex over in Bronzeville for.
They're getting the violence prevention dollars,
and they getting the $250 million in violence prevention. So
that's Pastor Chris Harris and Bright Star.
I gotta ask you a question. What does the Israeli? Why are these international consulates so busy? And what does the Israeli consulate got to do with? Why are they sponsoring the Mexican consulate's event? And what is it, interfaith?
It's a community and interfaith event, healing historical and recent wounds.
So that means that they see that the preachers open
Well, it says delivered by experts on addressing community impact on violence and trauma from the Consulates of Israel and Bright Star Church.
It's the Maze Jackson show. Right? Ain't they the same people that hijacked didn't the Israeli consulate sponsor Juneteenth? And remember when Juneteenth became a celebration of everybody? And remember we was asking, did you know that this is about black people? And dude was like, wait, what? Y'all remember that?
I don't recall.
Oh, I don't want no problem with the Messiah neither, so I don't recall neither. It's the Maze Jackson show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. What's up, everybody? It's the green side of things. It's your man Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share. We need you to do it right now and join us at our new day and time, Wednesdays
from 1 to 3 p.m.
on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:31 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Blackhawks lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3. The Chicago Bulls fall short last night 103-98 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Over the traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is now 55 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare 19. On the Edens, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange 54 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 54 minutes. 36 minutes back out to Thorndale. 57 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan and 45 minutes outbound. 45 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 33 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 23 minutes to the Loop, 14 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, 55th to Jackson is 10 minutes. Jackson back out to 55th will be 8. The north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr 8. Bryn Mawr back out to Randolph 10. Today's weather is currently 36 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 46 and a low of 30. I'm Riis the Ruler. This is the Maze Jackson Show, and here's I Love Being Black.
The skin of men fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. Live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so there's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. clear. Justice with a prophet. Do you see? My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest if we seek it. All the glory we can obtain and keep reaching. I'm painting this picture, I hope you see it. Guess what the theme is? I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Well, how about you to sing these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can groove to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated, move muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Hey, Ruthie, I want to encourage everybody, go check out my man, Big Swill at TP every day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. He got all the new stuff.
I was there yesterday. Some good stuff up in there.
He got all the new cannabis supplies and materials. So if you smoking, he got everything with no tobacco. Hey, my cousin said check out the Mike Tyson Ranch blunt wraps with no tobacco. He said he been smoking on one for 2 days. 2 days. He said he be trying to burn out and it won't burn out. He's like, man, Mike Tyson got some stuff. You know, Big Swill got them 14 karat gold cones up there.
Ooh.
I'll be like, so when you want to stunt, you want to smoke some gold in front of people, you be like, hey, these 14 karat, it ain't no 2 and pass no more.
Because of COVID?
So you just got to
be
like,
you then?
You got
2 and hold it?
No, you got to just get no, my brother, you got to get your own.
Got to get your own.
BY, what that ain't no.
But
that
you
ain't
know,
a session.
that's a session though. Everybody bring one.
Well, bring your COVID card. I need to see the most recent.
Oh no,
just BY, bring your own.
Bring or you could just everybody bring the weed, and then have the cones, and then everybody just pick up a cone, roll your joint, and y'all roll together.
When we getting them at the extra small hoodies up in TP?
You mean the baby sizes? Ruthie, I got small for you.
Those are huge. They man small.
You should take them in, take it in and stitch it. Then cut it all up like the girls be doing, and then make it like sling off your shoulder.
Now it's almost we in the holiday season, and people gonna be trying to buy gear for the holidays. I was trying to get my daddy something for his birthday.
Your daddy does not wear extra small. Does he wear extra small?
No, but I was gonna get myself one too.
I was about to say if your daddy wear extra small.
No, I wanted to get us all matching ones so my family can have matching hoodies.
Okay, so we'll get you. We'll put in a special order from the dog catalog.
Happy birthday to my daddy.
Happy birthday to my daddy. Why do black girls say daddy?
Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Papi, feliz cumpleaños.
Muy bien, yo.
That's why they can do it right here.
Te amo,
doing
Papa.
this right here. Since y'all doing this right here, that's why they be doing it.
Feliz Navidad.
Wait, that's Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
That's Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
That's Christmas.
Okay, how about ba-ba-da-ba-da-bamba?
I think it's bitty. I think it's bitty bitty. I think, ain't it? Yeah.
Oh, no sé my dinero. Yo no soy my dinero. Porque se den. Porque seren. Porque seren. Va, va, bamba. Va, va, bamba. Va, va, bamba.
Now hit us with a power to the people and we all good.
Power to the... All right, y'all say it together with me. All power to the people.
Oh.
All power to the people.
But the response was dry though. And
that's because all the people that was not... They was part of the power and they wasn't trying to give it up to the people.
They was like, oh, we guess.
You know, they was like, who? They was like, who got the mixed girl? Who brought the revolutionary? You know, we up here...
Her speech actually was really good though.
The lightest mixed girl they could find. The lightest.
But she was Latino mix, so she, you know. They colorized too. I just read a whole article about that. Mi abuela used to love, oh, you're going to be blessed because you got light skin.
I can't even really be mad for these people advocating for their people though.
I'm just mad that we co-star.
The ship is already out of the harbor. So if a black elected official were now to say something, they are going to be seen as anti. If you come across as anti, that's probably gonna mess up they votes.
Am I anti, Ruthie? Do I come across as anti?
No, because you're not that far gone. Because you've been saying this.
But they be saying I'm a hater, right? They be trying to use it against me. All I want is for people to give us the same respect. Let's go to the live line. And I really want to hear from somebody from the Latino community who watched this. This is the Mace Jackson Show.
Yo, what up?
What up? Oh. This brother Vice President Devin Gordine. Hey, man. Hola, senor.
Como está, senor?
Muy bien.
Poquito dinero, mucho trabajo.
Taco Tuesday to you, too.
Hey, we want to send out some positive energy to Sister Paula and Sister Boosie on their recoveries. You know, definitely sending good energy to them. But we got to start punching back, man.
Man, see, y'all be talking about punching back, and then the next thing I know, they going to be trying to make me pay again, and then they going to be trying to say Maze is anti. Then they going to be saying bad stuff about my wife and plotting and all type of stuff. I'm through punching, man. Y'all be letting me get punched. You know what, man? Devin, I've come to the recognition. I'm just going to tell you. I came to this over the last about week. I'm through with these punches. I be fighting too hard for everybody else to be always turning out to be the bad guy. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and take this beating, and I'm just going to talk about it.
Hey, well, check it out. Why can't we just host a counter-narrative symposium, and we invite the same people that talk, and then have them give a message directly to us?
Ooh.
How about that?
That's a good one. We should ask, can we broadcast live from the rest of the week? Because I'm going to tell you, once y'all started commenting yesterday, they cut the live broadcast. They was like, and that's it. They was like, I was like, hold it. Right. I was like, I shared it. I forgot it was Wednesday night, so my bad. But I shared it, and I was like, and then, y'all be like some hawks. So it was like, they was like, and that's the end of the live broadcast. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hey, shout out to
I think that's the solution.
Okay. All right.
That's what we need to do. So
you going to put that together for us? Can you get with
Ruthie?
Of course.
And then the last thing before I close out, remember the WIIFTBP Media Telethon on the 19th, and then that Tuesday, WIIFTBP PAC fundraiser. So save up your money, because we got to finance our own liberation. Y'all have a great day.
Hey, Devin, peace. I was going to call y'all because I think we should make it all one. Right? Because we're going to double up people all in one. I think we should do it all in once because it's all for what's in it for the black people. Pack, but I think we should make it all one, and then we can make it a morning fundraiser plus the telethon, and it all go to the same thing. But let's talk about that. We'll have it on the exec board. Hey, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. We got another caller because Ruthie and thank you, Devin. Ruthie and her friends having y'all having Tamale Tuesdays and it's Taco Tuesdays, Tamale Thursdays. What is this? Do we still get soul food Sundays? It's the Mace Jackson Show. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yo.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Hold on. Hello?
Hello. We can. Yes, we can hear you.
All right, what's going on now?
What's up going on?
Ain't nothing much happening, brother. Just digging this conversation.
Okay.
I was so uninspired by her speech. And when she said, can I get a power to the people, everybody just looked at one another as if, can we say that? So,
was you there?
They hijacked. No, I wasn't there. I'm looking on the.
You might be right though. They might have been like, we ain't finna. That's like when you be somewhere and you holler like you from Bolingbrook and you ain't from Bolingbrook and we might whoop you for it.
And so the colorization part is super real. No, they don't like the dark skin. See how the Dominicans treat the Haitians. They even have names for it. It's a foku. It's called foku, and for the Dominicans.
In Chicago, they say mayete for black people.
Yeah.
If you hear somebody saying mayete, they calling you a ninja. Go ahead.
And the other thing, I was right before, I'm talking about that Friday, right before I went to that liquor store on Cicero in Cermak, and one of my guys is security. And we talking, he's like, hey man, these Mexicans planning something, they own something. And that next day, that's when that whole mess kicked off with them calling themselves protecting their neighborhood, but really coming at us. But it's always been like that. You couldn't ride through Humboldt Park without catching a bottle or something, or them trying to stop you. It's always been prevalent, and it's always been there. Now these young boys is getting at their girls super hard. That's another problem. That's always going to be a problem. But yeah, it's a lot of reasons why those people. It's culturally, you know what I mean. Like I said, that colorization thing you said. That's why they don't like us. The competition. That's another reason. You know, consumption breeds competition. You can't have one without the other. And they taking all our moves. But yeah, that's about it.
I'm gonna just tell y'all, man. So here's the thing. Can I say I welcome the conversation? I'd love to have the conversation, but I'd like to have an authentic conversation. I would not like to have a sugar-coated conversation where we talk about the 12 people that's with it. Let's talk about the 200. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just thinking, like, we don't even get no love from the black immigrants. So what make you think y'all think that we getting love? Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that listen to hip hop. I feel like there's a lot of people that maybe have black friends. But like, are they truly interested? Ramel said something really important. Have we ever seen them encourage Latinos to vote for a black person? Just think about it. In the Black and Brown Coalition, when have we seen them, outside of Harold Washington, ever side with us? When has the Black and Brown Coalition been a benefit to black people? Ruthie, come on, man. Yo, dang on millennials.
We're in a very challenging spot, Maze. Because again, if we are relying on our elected officials to blow the whistle, I don't think it's going to happen. So that means that outside of politics, what can we do? How can we mobilize? But I don't know, because it's almost like you got to... I just don't think that they want to appear as anti-Latino.
So how about this? How about don't show up? How about just be quiet? How about Sheila Jackson Lee? Who did she check in with in Chicago to say this was all good? Do it in Houston. This is my point. Who are the black people in the Black and Brown Coalition? And who gives them their points first? Like, there are black people that are telling people that it's okay. But I think that, and let's just be honest, if there was a genuine concern about us in this dialogue, not to talk with us, to talk to us or about us, really, there would have been a flag on the stage.
Something, right?
There would have been something more representative. Think about this as a consulate. Let's be clear. These are government, this is Mexico's representation. When you go to France, that's the embassy, the consulate. They talked about us, not to us. And then you saw the one little girl who hip-hopped her way up there. And she was like, wait a minute. This is those moments when I be like, when you realize, like, somewhere on that stage, she realized she was being used. Right? When she was like, wait, this ain't where my people at. We up here at the Adler Planetarium having $10,000 shrimp. I mean, you think about it. Can you imagine her coming back to the crib talk about we need to be unified? We be pawns in the game. And the challenge I have is that they are able to utilize our young people. Wait, what is this? Sam Cunningham, Waukegan, Richard Irvin, Aurora. Speaker. I'm trying to get it. I don't understand. Again, he's saying, Roberto is saying places where the Latino coalition works. Sam Cunningham getting the assistance of Latinos in Waukegan, Richard Irvin in Aurora, Speaker Chris Welch, and Kim Fox. I don't know about Kim Fox. And I feel like all of that is what was due to us. Like, I don't feel like you get points for doing what's right. Y'all wasn't next, and if y'all would have sided with the white guys, it would have just been a continuation of history. It's like you don't get points for doing what's right. And also know that, like how they keeping score, we don't keep score. Berto just hit me up and was like, yo, these are times we helped you. Do we keep score of all of the issues? Like, if that's your list, let's talk about schools. And I'm okay with having this, but I need it to be a real, genuine dialogue. I don't need it to be like, we all good and it's power to the people. Now, we got to deal with y'all ain't dealt with the elephant in the room, because the people that's talking that's the college kids, right? Those are the college kids talking that are enlightened, who 20 years from now will be unenlightened. But what are you doing don't come and have a meeting with me. What are you doing in the Latino community to end this anti-blackness that y'all admitted existed? So it ain't going away, but now it's over on our side of town. We got to do the work. We ain't got no anti-blackness. We ain't even got no anti-Latino-ness. As you see, everybody we got be like black and brown. The reason I get to be the bad guy is because everybody on our side is scared to say for our own interests. Like, cuz y'all can have all the meetings y'all want. We can have all the dialogue. We can have all the coalition when it makes sense. Our history is not inextricably linked. This girl said we don't progress unless we unify. The unification of us means we're going to be subjugated if y'all got the numbers. So are y'all giving up power? Or are you saying we need to, is it like get down to lay down? Was this the precursor to get down and lay down? Because we coming. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me like when the companies send missionaries, you know how the Israelis sent missionaries to the black community. Now they hitting up our violence prevention. They using it to study for their trauma so they can use it on Palestine. My bad. My bad. You see how now the Mexican consulate knows that we've this sanctuary city and they're opening up the doors, and we are now they are now 47% of our CPS school system. Look, they don't want to they don't want the transition to be bloody. So they go to clear the land. Because what happens? Those undocumented immigrants are sending money back to Mexico. They don't want us to disrupt the supply chain. Plus, we done got moved out the dope game.
Not the supply chain.
Well, no, but you think about it. We done got moved out the dope game. So now if you think about what's happening now, as they make space, right, we need to make this a subtle transition. You don't think? Look at what happened in Los Angeles. Remember how they used to be like, New York, Chicago, LA was the three biggest black? That ain't the case no more with LA. And now you look at Houston, where the black mayor and the black congressman are speaking Spanish. Remember Kamala at the border? You know why old girl got on that show yesterday, on that speech, and addressed everything because the inequities are still happening while you telling us it's good. You got to say something about Haiti because we saw it. We saw it. That was a tangible example. And did we see anybody from the Latino community step up for the Haitians?
The socialists, right?
And okay. She wasn't a socialist. The consulate ain't a socialist. So when we're talking about this, what are we really doing? Like, again, missionaries came into various lands to clear the land. They came with a Bible and a gun. Get down, accept our love and religion, or we gonna kill you. In the name of God. Now I gotta ask you, where are we in this conversation? Who speaks? Like, and you know, Ruthie, in a debate, like, if we're gonna have a dialogue, it's two-way. You don't you want to make an interesting conversation, talk to the people who don't agree. Talk to the people who don't agree. Prove them wrong. But I got to tell you, I see something wrong when I see our little sis up there on the stage in her hip-hop B-boy, B-girl clothes with her hoodie and gym shoes and her baseball hat, and everybody, even the Power to the People girl, got on her good dress. Because old girl outside, like, I thought I was part of something real. I didn't realize I was part of the menagerie.
That part.
She came up, she was probably eating her shrimp, like, and was like, wait a minute. We don't be having steak and lobster in the fight. This ain't revolutionary. This is co-opted. You got to ask yourself, why is the Mexican consulate sponsored? Their self-interest is who? Mexicans.
And Mexico, right?
Right. Why are they sponsoring? When have we ever seen them before in our community? The last time I saw a consulate put a flag in the black community, it was the Israeli consulate. And they began to monetize and study our mental health and trauma. So much so that they was like, hey, we can show you how to do it. Why Mexico? What does the Israeli consulate got to do with the Black and Brown Coalition? Why they in it? Because they going to monetize. What's their topic? I don't want to get you in trouble. So I don't want, hey, to the people that's listening, I'm doing this, not Ruthie. She just reading.
It is the Community and Interfaith event, Healing Historical and Recent Wounds, delivered by experts on addressing community impact on violence and trauma from the Consulate of Israel and Bright Star Church.
Always come in. What I tell you about the missionaries in the church? Didn't the last time we saw, didn't Rhymes Resurgence come from a church?
Ooh!
This is why we, like, the way that white folks know to get into the vein of black people to get us addicted is through our church.
Because we spiritual people.
Right now we religious, not spiritual. And that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. All right, so I would like to propose that the Black and Brown Coalition, that the black people, we leverage reparations. If the city of Chicago is going to be giving out universal basic income, right, we already know that we just got to keep on using our language to advocate for reparations. And if we can't get that out of the Black and Brown Coalition, then I don't know. Because literally, if they say no, if they be like, no, then that'll clearly draw us a line.
No, it won't. We'll be like, they can't do it right now.
Ah!
They'll be like, oh, no, it's not the right. We can't do it right now. You see all these Republicans, if we say that, they'll be offended.
I think we should ask for reparations, though. I think that is how we can leverage the Black and Brown unity, the Black and Brown Coalition for black people, for ADOS black people. But that's why they're trying to take the ADOS out of it so that they don't got to be confronted with reparations. But trust and believe, we ain't going nowhere. It's enough of we ADOS, like our lineage, our heritage. We still here. Y'all can't erase us.
They doing a damn good job. They at least erasing us from the dialogue. Think about
they are no.
Think
they
about the Mexican consulate hosted should at least they call it the Brown and Black conversation.
They always try. They've been taking the ADOSness out of politics. And let me tell you what I noticed. I was like, man, let me look up the first black politicians, right, in America. And the problem is they didn't gave us access to this information. It's readily available. If you Google and go to the Wikipedia page for the first black like congressmen and senators and all that, just look at their lineage. They made it a point to tell you what their, like, literally their lineage is there. Most of them people were like, they were like mixed, like Obama, like Kamala Harris. Like, they've been trying to not give ADOS black people power. They don't want black to mean ADOS. They want black to mean what? Everybody.
The pot. People of color.
People of color.
I was just going to say this. Check this out. And I don't mean no issue at all. But they just talked about today in Crane's business, and then I'm just to emphasize this point. The first time that a black person is going to get to develop a skyscraper in the Fulton Market area, like to build it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to NOSA. But it went to a non-ADOS company. Now, the challenge becomes that our achievements that we have to celebrate, that we wind up celebrating, are often not for us. Right? So I got much respect for Brother Nosa and the work that they are giving, and he is rapidly moving and climbing up the ladder. But I do think about the black construction companies or company that's been here forever, that has helped almost every black elected official from the top to the bottom. And white folks say he got too much, so they pick around him and give it to an African brother, which I'm not hating on. And it's amazing to me to watch how we are systematically disenfranchised. Let me just point out this. The biggest black brother with a construction company in Chicago has had to fight for every piece, and white folks had tried to block him for every single thing that he's got. And when he does get something, they always say, you got too much, Negro.
Mm.
So they say they want to go find somebody else, because what they want is somebody to be grateful for giving them the opportunity, so that they don't want nobody that can look you in the eye.
Come on now.
They want you to be thankful. And so,
amazing. No, just playing.
But when I read that straight up, that the white boys decided which Negro they was gonna pick to be their opportunity. How is that translated back to us in our community? Right, like the people that have been winning at the expense of black people, what's their track record in the black community? Y'all know I got a special place in my heart for the old man. I ain't going to even front. And it drives me nuts to see the first person that everybody asks for some help in the black community is the black dude. And a lot of times he can't get help from no black people. Right? And then new people come up and get to throw rocks at him. Then they use the new people to throw rocks at him. And then you got to say, when he gone, of all these black people in the new black generation that's getting rich, how many of them have learned that too much is given, much is is required? A lot of them feel like, man, I done made this because I'm a special Negro. No, you got picked.
Mm.
And usually they pick based on the fact that
denounce your blackness.
Or not even denounce your blackness, but that you know how to downplay it.
Denounce your blackness. Give us a certain brand of blackness.
Mm.
Can you amalgamate? That's what you got to be able to do.
Dang, could you not start with the Saline words at 9:03?
Right.
The hell is amalgamate?
I just want reparations.
They're going to give it to people of color. You're going to be like Latinos getting theirs. People of color. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
for Maze and Ruthie and DJ Riis the Ruler, sometimes Todd.
Go ahead. Come on.
You got to say, do we say Todd?
Do we say Todd? I'm going to take him off the picture. You know that Todd.
Nah, you ain't erased his name, so he's still up there until you scratch it off.
Todd said he's going to come here Mondays and Fridays.
We ain't seen anything on Friday.
Todd got the unmitigated goal to keep missing the show.
And eat my popcorn. The butter can. Look.
Social media question of the day tomorrow. What type of popcorn was Bobby Rush talking about?
The unmitigated dog can.
Here's
popcorn.
And here's microwave.
And I got an attitude with you because you ain't going to be here to get the answer no. All right, y'all. Don't be trying to, you know how people don't be at work, be trying to tell you what to do on their day off? Don't be trying to tell us what to do on our day off. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, for my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, sometimes Todd, and for the Brown and Black Coalition, because we have already moved. We ain't in the lead of this no more. It's the Brown and Black Coalition.
Mi gente!
Muy bueno! I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, saying it's Tamale Thursdays, damn it.
I like tamales.
I don't.
Since I stopped eating pork, though, I don't eat them no more.
Tequila Thursday.
Tequila.
Tequila.
Tequila Thursdays.
Suavemente. That's my song, though. You play Suavemente, black people gonna hit the dance floor. That's when we do the cha-cha slide. You know, we only know the cha-cha slide, cha-cha. But you play Suavemente, boy, we be getting it.
Wait, which one is the Suavemente?
Suavemente! And all the black people go, oh!
Look, Riis doing it too. Oh, y'all know it.
I told you, Suavemente.
Oh, Lord. See, y'all got to stop, man. Y'all, no more trips to the Jamaica only for you.
Puerto Rico.
Jamaica.
Listen,
no.
It was nice, Puerto Rico.
I bet. Them Puerto Rican, no. You know, the Puerto Rican dudes be trying to, they be trying to get it.
They fine, though.
I'm the Maze Jackson Show. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Asking
Black and brown.
There go your Black and Brown Coalition. Ruthie was down there, Black and Brown Coalition, and selling out the race. Don't make me. I'm gonna have to do. That's why we gonna get some rules in here, like New Era. New Era put you on punishment. Next time you go to Puerto.
Hey, how come we saying 8 all of a sudden they think we saying adios?
Oh damn! Sayonara! Arrivederci! It's the Maze Jackson Show. Ron
Regal, you better get off our comments. You got the unmitigated goal to be in the comments.
You got the unmitigated goal to drink our tequila? Tequila! Tequila Thursdays.
Why is it 9:06 and we just up in here playing?
Because you ain't got to go to work right. You know, you be trying to run up out of here.
Trabajo!
Trabajando.
Ooh, okay. I see you with
See
the
my conjugation?
Give me some right there.
Bam! Look, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Look, that was not racial. Sayonara! Adios! You remember when what's the name of that? Boomerang, he was like, adios, sayonara, ciao bella. You remember that? All right, y'all. Casamigos, what's the best tequila?
Ooh.
A Cincoro. I'm going to tell y'all now. If y'all ain't up on Cincoro, you got to get up on that. Mike's tequila, it's like sunshine in a bottle.
I've been on a margarita kick.
But do you do flavored or do you do straight?
Straight, man, with the salt.
No salt.
What?
No salt.
Give me
No
the
salt.
salt. Give me the salt.
No salt. All right, y'all. It is the Maze. We wasn't wrong. That is celebrating our cultural heritage.
Y'all know we got to have a little bit of fun.
Look, Jay, that's your new boo.
Who?
James
I
Turner.
need a boo. James? Okay.
James Turner, he was like, yesterday, you should have heard James called in yesterday and said, Maze, since we can't see Ruthie pretty face right now, could you find some poor college intern who look good, who could sit in the chair tomorrow when Ruthie ain't there? And, she don't even got to be a journalist. She just got to look good.
Cause we tired of looking at your grade. It's better than looking at a
He snapped on me, said it's better than, he said, I was like, why are you tripping? He was like, it's better than looking at your great beard. I was like, ooh. No, the Walmart tequila does, but you wake up with a pain.
But you know what? That Costco tequila is pretty good, though.
The Costco tequila.
I would put Costco liquor on that blind taste test, and I bet you the average everyday person can't tell the difference.
I could.
Okay, we gonna test it out.
I could.
We gonna test it out.
All right.
Salud!
Salud! It's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, Ruthie. Not really, Todd. I am the host asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. May said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.